It's super long.
You had long hair before, right?
I have, yeah. I've also been bald.
Wow. Bam, we're live. Is that fake hair? Is that like hair plants or something?
Me right now?
Yeah, no, you said you've also been bald.
Oh no, I just shaved it.
Oh.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking.
Careful, yeah, careful.
It's a theme song at my house now. Avi's knows the words and shit. Walks around singing Colors.
What do you mean? That's the name of the song, Colors?
Yeah, Colors. From do you know that movie?
No.
With Pac-Man? Oh, you got to see it. Sean Penn, Robert Duvall. Woo! Back in the day, so good. They're a gang task force unit, and Robert Duvall is he's a cop, and he's kind of like friends with the gangs and shit. And, like, you know, he works the streets, and Sean Penn's a new cop, and so he comes in like all brazen and like trying to follow the rule of law to a T, and it causes all sorts of conflict, and it's good. It's good. I like it.
How old is it?
Shit, dude, 30 years old maybe now.
That's why I haven't seen it.
That's a great question. Colors movie. Let me see what year. 1988.
Yeah. I mean, that was a year or 3 years before I was born, man.
That'll be 40 years old in a couple years. Wow.
And I was walking around singing songs from that. That's crazy.
Mario Lopez was in that. I had no idea. Don Cheadle.
Dude, he's going to be 20 trying to talk to people about this movie, and they're going to have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. His things are The A-Team, $6 Million Man, and Colors.
No one's going to have any idea what's going on.
Culturally just going to be so just fucking behind the eight ball.
Oh, my. Mr. T's in A-Team, right? Mr. T?
Yeah, Mr. T.
No one's going to know who Mr. T is, but it's going to be his role model.
He wants me to invite Mr. T over to the house. He's like, hey, do you have Mr. T's phone number? I'm like, no. He's like, could you get it? I'm like, I could try. And he's like, I want to have him over. I want to talk to him. And then he asked Alexa yesterday how old Mr. T was. He goes, oh, he's 71. He's getting up there.
We watched Equalizer 2 yesterday, and Denzel Washington. You know how old he is?
No, how old? He looks like he's starting to get up there.
I think he's 60, but he doesn't look 60, and he doesn't act 60, but he's cool.
There was a guy at the skate track yesterday at the skate park on a BMX bike, skating around, getting crazy. He goes, hey, how old are your boys? What came right up to me, like right to my face. And I'm like, 6 and 8. And he goes, oh, I go, hey, how old are you? Just to kind of fuck with him. And he goes, 61. I mean, dude, he looked like he was 39. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, you have kids? He goes, yeah.
Was it Rodney?
In their 30s. No. But Rodney looks young too.
He does. He acts young, dresses young. I like him.
Did you see Scott Schweitzer? I didn't know Scott Schweitzer was older than me. Did you see this? He said something about his birthday in here. What did he say?
He said, what's up, Jordy?
Oh, he said he graduated in 88 because I graduated in 90.
Oh, so he's 53?
I guess. He skipped a few grades. Someone said there's...
You did?
I graduated in 90.
What do you mean skipped a few grades?
Maybe he skipped a few grades, so he's not 53.
No, dude, no one does that. Who do you know who skipped a grade?
Unless they're Asian, nobody.
Exactly. And Scott's not Asian.
Good point. Sean Lenderman, Sevan, does Laura know we think she's a total dime? You mean, does Laura Horvat know we think she's hot as fuck?
Dude, I tried to comment on her post today, trying to throw some shade at her or Tia or somebody, trying to stir the pot a little bit. And Instagram won't let me comment on stuff.
For how long?
We've removed this feature until I think it was tomorrow, but they're really screwing with me.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to post yesterday for some reason.
It's because we've gotten assaulted, dude. We've gotten bullied off Instagram.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're coming for us.
It says you can't post for 24 hours. Tell us if you think this is by accident. I'm like,
yeah.
I click the tell us button. I'm like, what have I done?
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it was annoying because all I said on that post was, did you read Laura's post this morning?
No,
but along the lines of people talking behind your back. And I go, this is a direct response to Tia competing at Rogue, isn't it? I just wanted to stir the pot because it's what it seemed like. And then,
so it's cryptic. It's cryptic.
Yeah, Laura is saying people are talking behind your back, and I'm assuming it's in light of Tia being announced at Rogue.
Everyone's talking behind your back. You're the fucking champ, and no one can get fucking a hold of you. You won't let us talk to your face. So
Right.
I have two things I want to say behind your back. One, you're hot as fuck. If I was 30 years, I wonder if she dates short guys.
Well, if you were 30 years younger, you'd be, what, 4 years younger than she is right now? So you'd be shorter and younger than her at that point.
Yeah. What could I do? I was homeless then. Don't worry about those who talk behind your back. They're behind you for a reason. What's this cadoos?
You've asked her, hadn't you? Isn't that it means whatever you want it to mean?
Bro, I don't remember anything we talk about. I'm just
I know you know. It drives me fucking crazy.
You too, but I'm in sheer terror when I talk to her. Hey, what's up, dude?
What are you guys doing on my chat?
Twitch, on your
chat
Twitch
roulette. Damn.
Who am I?
You are Deion Sanders.
No, I'm you, but I like that too.
Dude, Deion Sanders, did you see that his deal just generated over $4 million for Blenders eyewear? And then you look at the Buttery Bros, and they probably generated about $400 to $500 in a 10-year partnership. So I'm saying,
what did he do with Blenders?
So, Deion Sanders got this whole swag thing going on, head coach of the Buffs, and they came out with like a unique eyewear that was a partnership with him, and in the short period of time that he's been in that role, it's generated over $4 million worth of sales.
Hey, what about that clip that I see going around where he didn't know the name of the guy who snaps the ball to his son?
That's okay.
It is okay? Okay. He's the coach, and he doesn't know who the center is?
He's got a lot of stuff going on. You're the guy in the center.
Okay.
I honestly, I will admit, I've met people probably dozens, if not hundreds of times through the work that we do, and I don't know anybody's names. I always kind of just call him buddy, bro, guy, or a nickname.
I understand that, but it's the guy that bends over in front of your son 7 days a week.
Still understandable in my book.
Even if he wasn't the head coach, I think he'd know the name of the guy who snaps the ball.
Who's this full body woman we're about to watch?
Yeah, she's great, isn't she?
You don't know who this is?
I do.
Okay.
What are we trying to get at?
We're just looking at her. We're looking at the champ.
Is she the champ? Did she win the CrossFit Games?
Yeah.
She deserves it, dude. She's been doing it for such a long time.
Handedly.
She's just a tank.
You think that she would have won if Tia were there, Hunter? Can you weigh in on that?
If who was there?
Tia Toomey. She took the year
chance.
All right. So how do you feel about Tia competing at Rogue next month? Tia's gonna whoop her.
Is she? I mean, the Russians used to get their wives, get women pregnant, and either have them abort them or just put them straight into competition afterwards. And the amount of hormones, and I'm not trying to say Tia did this at all intentionally, but that hormone response gives you so much extra juice that they would plan it right before Olympic cycles. So I'm assuming if she's in shape, and especially after a birth, like this woman, Lauren Weeks, that competes at our world championship, won the world title as if her hair was on fire shortly thereafter having a child. And she ran
the Hunter, is that speculation? Is that really true?
That's very true.
Abortion thing, that's true. Get pregnant, have a huge hormonal shift. And run.
I don't know about the abortion part, but
no, the abortion thing is true. Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. These people, to them, they have PhDs in exercise science and in weightlifting and stuff. Whereas most of the people who are coaches at the CrossFit Games at a high level have NASMs, and these Russians know what the heck they're doing because they want the best results possible. So they would do stuff like that. And the girl Lauren Weeks, who competes at our world championship, she competed pregnant last season and still did very, very well. And then she had her child and shortly thereafter competed at world championships this year. And she beat the fucking pants off of the girl who held the world record, made her look like she was standing still. So I'm assuming if Tia wants it, just based on who she is and where she's at in her life, she'll fucking destroy Laura.
She'll be better. She's going to be stronger.
Also, you got to have to understand, there's a certain point where you have such mental clarity because you got so much other shit going on in your life. You just you got no opportunity except for to crush.
Emma Wines, progesterone skyrockets in early pregnancy. It's a hell of a hormone.
I
Jan
take
Clark.
it all the time.
Man, I fucking love Hunter.
I slept with that guy.
Hunter McIntyre, Magdalene Egbert. Ooh. Nice dress. Jeez. Never disappointment, 90s porn vibe.
Yep.
You ever done porn?
On my own iPhone, a lot.
I think everybody has.
You
ever done porn on your phone?
No, I'd have never filmed myself having sex. Someone warned me about that.
66% of us then.
Hey, you've propped your iPhone up and filmed you and a mate hooking up
all the time. I think it's
what do
really
you do with
interesting.
that though? What do you do with that? Aren't you afraid like someone's gonna see that?
I mean, I think it's hysterical, dude, because I have my phone and I'm passing it around to people all the time because we're always like shooting content and they'll stumble on it, and it's heavy duty, dude. I mean, it's like Turkish oil wrestling in my bedroom. They have
dude,
to watch the whole thing. Yeah.
That's a great dick you got there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
And
Anything released? Anything we can see? Like anything we could Google or watch?
yeah, 100%. I don't want to start like a fire across the internet, but I fucked up really bad when I was 20, and I didn't know what I was doing when I was modeling, and they told me like shooting nude was cool, and I ended up shooting nude. You shouldn't bring this up on the screen for all the sakes. Do it privately. And
all day today.
I'm a
screensaver now.
I'm not gonna hear from you. You're gonna miss your podcast for like 3 weeks straight because you're just gonna be looking at that picture.
My eyeballs are gonna be X's and my hands gonna be wrapped in gauze.
Yeah, dude. So I just never put myself in that position ever again because it ended up in like the hands. Like my grandfather right here is like, my ultimate hero.
Grandfather?
It's my grandfather, and he ended up like sitting me down, and he was like, "Why did you do that?" Like he wasn't even angry.
Just nudes, Hunter.
It was just nudes. But like
I want to see you have sex. I want to see you have sex.
It was such a deep and painful moment for me. I will never fuck up like that again.
Hey, what is your picture of your grandpa doing sitting right there with him standing number one on the podium?
He's my number one motivation. He's the one who got me into sport. So I just always remind myself, I'm like, he's the one who got me started. I got to finish this thing.
Put that closer. Let me see him. He's a big dude.
You talking about Grandpoop?
Yeah, you got the same haircut right now.
Yeah, you guys look like each other. That's good.
Grandpa Garahan, dude. This dude is a weapon.
What event is that? What did he win first in?
He was a really good discus thrower. That was his best event, but he did the heptathlon where it's you do shot put, weight, discus, javelin, and hammer.
So he's a hoss.
Yeah, he was really good. And he started, I mean, he was such a legit dude. He probably could have been an Olympic contender back in the day if he had stayed focused on it. But he went to college and went to Johns Hopkins and then was in Harvard Medical School and then made sure that he had like a career that would pay for everybody. And then he went back to sports. Like he was the greatest person, the greatest influence I could ever have basically encountered in my entire life. He's what got me on the path I'm on now. So I'm super lucky to have had him.
Hunter Dildo writes, Lauren Weeks is legit. I judged her in a competition at my gym. We shared a piece of gum, and she's the absolute real deal.
Yeah.
I don't know why it matters he shared a piece of gum with her, but
someone wants me to turn off this lamp. She's a weapon. I don't know if this helps at all. I'm in a dark room now.
I don't care. No, the other way is good. It looks like
what about this? Do I look like
I like that.
Now do I look like a pastor from a mega church?
You're from the 70s with that orange light.
All my disciples, I would love to speak more about the Lord, but I want you to Venmo me $500 right now so we can get the best message from Jesus in your lap today. Let me tell you something. Jesus don't come for free, baby. My jet's got to be fueled up. We're hitting the tarmac, and we're going to Africa after this.
Are you the Liver King?
No. I'm
Pastor Hunter. We've all slept with Hunter in our minds. The real Kevin. Who is this guy? Hunter McIntyre. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Before we get started, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Me?
Porn.
Thank you for coming, Hunter. I know you're really busy. Congratulations on all your
Let me do it.
Can you tell us? Go ahead. You do it. Go ahead.
CrossFit Games athlete, porn star. He runs races and he wins them all. and he is a pastor in Africa.
Thank you.
It looks like him too, right?
You ever masturbate to your own porn that you film?
100%.
Yeah, that's if I were to film it, that would be the only reason why. So like, it would be kind of like having one for later, I guess.
We got to understand. I will admit, like,
and then it's not really masturbating to porn if it's you. I think.
No, it's just self-love.
Yeah,
it's just self-love. What you're doing is just re-encouraging yourself to be a great guy. I think watching porn's got to be. I mean, they've shown all these studies. It's just messes you up. So, I think if you can just keep it in house, it's pretty good.
In house.
The Push Crusher, Hunter McIntyre.
Spiegel.
Hey,
did you know what's funny? I was just looking at this morning. So
you were looking what this morning?
I was looking at this morning. For some reason, Matt Rife, like the most popular comedian in the world right now, popped up on my social media. And I looked at him, and you can always go and look and see the amount of engagement they have through their reels. And not too long ago, I saw Danny Spiegel's page, and they're almost 1-for-1 in the amount of likes that they get. So the biggest butt in CrossFit and the funniest guy in the world right now are getting the same amount of attention, and it's insane to me. I mean, I think Danny's an awesome chick, but go look at the engagement levels. Like, this is the funniest man in the world currently.
Hey, do you know that the conversion rate for like monetizing stuff for like Instagram girls is the lowest, and the conversion rate for comedians is the highest? Meaning, if that guy shows you what kind of shoes he wears, more people buy those shoes than any other influencer. Whereas those hot chicks, when they say buy something, it's just like.
I say this to marketing companies all the time. You've got 3 options. You can go the hero approach, where you sponsor like a, I don't know, like a Michael Jordan. You can go the ambassador approach, where you try to get as many voices making noise as possible, but it's not going to necessarily be all valuable voices. Or you can just go the hot butt chick approach, and she'll probably get tons of views, but it's going to be from dudes in Turkestan or Tajikistan. And
you will get the name of your brand out there. It just doesn't convert to buying shit. That's a good point. We recently had a sponsor who has almost 10 CrossFit athletes that they sponsor, basically say that this show sells more for them than those 10 athletes combined. But those 10 athletes probably do get the name out more.
You're the hero approach, though, because there's this level of identity and like actual like true cult love towards you, CEO for life. And, you know, basically like the obsession with that, I think, has much more valuable. Like if you have like how many people are watching this right now?
350.
So these are super fans. Now, if all of a sudden there was like a girl on a cam right now, there'd probably be like 300,000 people watching, but they're not listening to anything that she's saying.
Oh no, 300,000?
You could be. I wouldn't doubt it.
I
bet you right now, if Spiegel had a live shot, she could probably generate that if she really wanted to. She's a superhero. She's
when
probably
when you say if she really wanted to.
I'm just saying, if she really wanted to be on a live chat right now, I go on and check out Sevan's page, and like I was even looking at the Rogue Invitational. I will just go and look at all the marketing stuff because I'm obsessed with trying to figure out what's getting the most impressions. Daniel Brandon's post about her showing up to the Rogue Invitational trumped everybody else's hits by a large amount.
And I understand why.
Well, it was because she's a babe.
And she talks. She talks. She does stuff.
Yeah,
but swagger. Babe with swagger. Dude, the swagger's 50%. There's crazy hot chicks in CrossFit who are at her level who just don't have her swag. Her kind of like, yeah, right? The swag is 50%, dude. Don't you think? 51%. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's not attractive, but
who's the swaggiest person in the CrossFit Games right
dude,
now?
You're nobody without your swag. A guy without swag is nothing. It does not matter how good looking of a guy you are. If you don't have swag, you are a fucking zero.
But who's got the biggest swag in the CrossFit Games right now?
Daniel Brandon. Out of
dudes.
Adler's starting to get a little swag.
Adler's got a bit, yeah.
Adler is
swag yet. We can't tell, but if it's swag, it's hardcore.
Adler is milk toast. If he hadn't won the CrossFit Games, people wouldn't be talking about him. Let's just be honest.
Well, it is weird that he has swag too, and that he's so close with his wife that she's on too. But
Who's
I
got
don't
the
know.
biggest swagger? Colton.
I'd say that's minus
love
swag
Colton.
points.
Colton's got a little swag, calling people bitches and dummies on the podcast.
Dude's got a pig farm.
Yeah.
How about Ricky? Ricky's got like a weird swag to him.
Are you talking about Rad Ricky, the dude who just busted his shoulder up?
Yeah, Ricky
Oh,
got
yeah. He's got some. He's Ricky Mack
I call
now.
him
That's
Rad
his
Ricky.
swag name.
I like Ricky.
I like Ricky a lot.
Yeah. I think I'm hoping he puts together a good season, comes back and fights against the Super Russian. And then all of a sudden we got this like battle, fucking like a wild prisoner camp Australian guy, and then some kind of like super spy Russian. And we're like, they're fighting in America for some reason. And everybody else is trying to compete. And you've got a Canadian dude, Jeffrey Adler, who's trying to compete, but he's not a super soldier or a prisoner of war man. It's going to be a total wild battle.
And none of them are from America. There's fighting in America. None of them are from America. There's fighting in America.
That's what I'm saying. We're good at grabbing entertainment.
Isn't Malibu kind of the porn, or used to be like the porn capital 20 years ago of the world, like before the internet?
I will tell you a funny story. It still is. My friend has this like baller ass mansion, and a girl that I was seeing would like stay at the house at nighttime, and during the day she wasn't allowed to be there and she didn't understand why. And one day she had to go back and go get some stuff, and they were just filming porn there. And they were filming porn there all the time. And I think supposedly there's like rules to it, but people will just have big ass mansions and Airbnb them out and rent them for shoots, and then basically bleach and burn everything and then rent it out the next day.
It is kind of a weird caveat that it's prostitution, but if you film it, it's porn.
That is weird. Yeah. It's all based on like 1 degree and 1 word. If a red light's on,
I'd let Hunter touch my butt.
Would you date a porn star?
Oh yes,
you would.
Have you not?
I have, and
there you go.
I think it's not important to share details on that, but I will say there's this new thing where all of a sudden like porn stars are starting to become really famous. They are getting on these big podcasts, and like celebrities are starting to date them. It's weird because if you think based on the metrics of the people who have been viewed the most, it's porn stars way over movie stars.
Why wouldn't you date one? What you asked that with the connotation that you wouldn't want to.
It's not a judgment thing by any means. I think there's like certain,
because you don't find it attractive that someone's had sex with 100 guys last month.
Not last month. Maybe
yesterday.
Yesterday.
You're
so you're saying you wouldn't do it, Sevan?
I mean, if I didn't know, it could happen. I mean, not anymore. It could happen. I just don't find it as I don't find it as a selling point.
I will admit my dating range is almost entirely pushed over to European and UK chicks, and the way that they act, the way that they present themselves is so different and so refreshing, and it's like more proper and feminine that I've changed my views on dating.
Like I find filthy rich girls very attractive. Filthy rich. Like Oprah.
Oprah rich?
Yeah, Oprah.
Dude, I've been trying to date Oprah for years. I drop that line all the time. I'll just tag Oprah in Instagram all the time. Whenever I have like a good looking picture, I'm just like, Oprah, you know what's up.
Yeah. Why wouldn't she sample you? Why wouldn't she reach out to you and be like, Hunter, come over to my house and let me just roll around with you? I'm fucking 80
helicopter me in.
Just like I don't know. Hey, when you see these guys like Jeff Bezos, has a wife, longtime wife, knew him before he was rich. He gets filthy rich. He ends up divorcing her, and his wife looks like just like a normal woman, but his new chick looks like a porn actress, right? Big lips, big tits, big, like everything's like all the collagen and like looks like the Joker. And do you think that they're happier? Do you think that they get like, or do you think that they're like, fuck, I should have just toughed it out in this other relationship?
I think what ends up happening is you have this like level of like, this is what you want and this is what you think is great, and then all of a sudden that gets fractured, and there's like a breakup in a moment, and then all of a sudden, like all of your deepest, darkest like thoughts that have been in the behind layers and layers and layers of you that have been suppressing for years just boils up to the surface, and you just go towards it like a magnet at 1,000,000,000 miles an hour. And then by the time you get that post nut clarity, you're already engaged to the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay. Yeah. I follow.
Yeah. Because I can go sit in a Starbucks in San Diego in Del Mar and see older guys with trophy wives, what I would call trophy wives. I apologize. I sincerely mean I apologize if that's offensive. I normally don't do that. But women who are 20 years younger than them with tons of plastic surgery. And I'm just like, okay, I just picture the same story in my head over and over. Somewhere in he's like, to sleep with this girl or to feel her titties or to is somehow going to be better than a relationship I had with my ex. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just can't imagine. Do you like younger girls? All my friends who's dated younger girls says, dude, it's fucking way overrated. Like my friends who are 40 who've dated 20-year-olds, it's like, dude, what a disaster. No, it's not overrated.
It's the best thing ever.
It is okay.
It's the best thing ever. I will tell you right now. So, like,
how old are you?
I'm 34. So I've got this.
What's the youngest you've dated? 20 at this. It's 34. 20. You been with a 22-year-old?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
21. Like, but the thing is like all of a sudden you get into these conversations with these girls, and some people are going to hear this and they're going to flip the fuck out. But this is my field science, not your fucking field science. So you go out there and you go and talk to these chicks, and then all of a sudden, like, you're just like collecting all this data, and you've got a spreadsheet in your brain. And you just start to recognize towards the late 20s and early 30s that these girls have this like level of anxiety and damage that they bring with them into a relationship that the younger girls don't have. Like those girls that have reached that certain point, they've gone through X amount of boyfriends, a couple bad breakups. They're getting closer towards like, towards the point where they need to have children. Like these anxieties and fears are really up near the surface. Those younger girls just have this free flow spirit where there's no fear and anxiety around them. And you just sit with them and it's like, it's so relaxing. I sit here, dude, and you guys have no clue. Like immediately after I'm done with you guys, I go through bills. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I go through my calendar. And as soon as I'm done with you guys, I'm on a flight at 4 a.m. tomorrow going to New York City and then next week to Seattle. And I don't want somebody coming to me with problems. Like, not that I don't want to help them out by any means, but if you're coming into this situation with fear, you're fucked. And I'll admit,
you like a girl who just graduated from college, who's 22 years old, who's in that 1 year of her life where she's like, fuck, I'm free. That's a nice, I'm free. I'm exploring. I got a backpack. I work out. I'm cool.
Yeah.
What's awesome about it?
God, that sounds great. That I don't got no pushback.
And listen, I'm not like looking at these people as in like in the sense that like if I met a girl my age and she was fantastic, I would value her the same way that I would like, somebody else who is 24. Yeah. But I will say that I've just noticed this, and like you just don't want to be in that position. I'm the most like financially strong and successful I've ever been in my entire life. And as a man, it's kind of like this just brick building thing. It's kind of in the reverse for girls where you come right out of college and you bump into a guy like me. I'm like, you're my golden goose. Vice versa. A girl gets out of college and they bump into a guy like me. They're like, you're my golden goose because you got your shit together. Yeah. Because you have your shit together, dude. Like if you met me at 24, I had just left New York City and like I was living in Colorado in my buddy's garage. And we were like training for obstacle racing world championships. We had no money to our name. We just had like dreams and like spastic ideas. Now, like got a place in Malibu, 3 cars, like whatever the fuck I want to do, I go
in the mountains, get away, vacation home.
You just see that person. You're like, wow, this is awesome. This is something I can work with. Back then, dude, if you met me at 24, I was a hand grenade without a pin. I was trouble.
Well, also along the lines of a woman, you meet a 20-year-old Jewish woman, and she wants to marry a 25-year-old Jewish man who has a bunch of money. Flash forward and you meet a 35-year-old Jewish woman and she'll be more than happy to, who's 6 feet tall. Meet a 35-year-old Jewish woman. She's more than happy to date a 5'5" Armenian man who's homeless, just as long as he has a penis. I mean, also age will change your, what you value, what's important, and lower your standards,
I think there's a certain point. Like, I wish I was blind. I think about that, or gay. Those two options would be so awesome.
All right, explain the blind one first.
I think gay that is like a car that with a brick on the gas pedal, though. Gay requires a lot of discipline
and work.
No,
dude, have you ever seen a 40-year-old straight guy and a 40-year-old gay guy? Like, a 40-year-old straight guy could be 100. Like, stress in their life has just like chewed them out. Those termites.
God, it's hard to argue with you sometimes.
Dude, you see a 40-year-old gay guy, he's like, I've been doing blow for 6 months straight. I have more money in my bank account than any of you, and I have an 8-pack. You're like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
How is this possible? And he's like, yeah, and I have 15 sexual partners, and we're all having the best times ever. The blind thing is, I think about this all the time. I'm like, how much do you really value the people around you without knowing what kind of resources they present to you? So from a female perspective, like, it very much shows, like, it just bubbles to the surface, like, you're attracted to them. And if you're not attracted to them, why the hell are you hanging out with them? Like, I've never met a girl who's just like, hey, here's my black Amex card. We're going to get on a jet. That's just not the case. But
you haven't met Oprah yet.
Dude, every day I'm waiting. And I don't even care, dude. They've cured AIDS, Kenneth. Quit being a bitch.
They inject money into your blood. Come on.
Wow.
Have you seen South Park?
Wow.
Well, just being straight, dude. They figured that shit out.
Hey, I want to take you back for a second. I got to take you back for a second. You said, I want you to reiterate that. This is going to be a great clip. At 31 minutes, you said something about, have you ever thought about what you think about people without considering the resources that they bring to you? Is that what you said?
He wants to be blind. He said he wants to be blind.
Break that down. What you're saying is like, if I didn't know that you were a good talker, you were a very successful athlete, you had money, you were fun, and you like me when I'm around you, you shower me with love and attention. What would I think about you? Don't I have to know what resources you bring to me to, even in order to make any assessment?
No. By the way, Dill, I love Matt Stevens. He's authentically one of the best human beings on the planet.
Who's Matt Stevens?
Matt Stevens is the head judge for our event and just a really rad dude that I shouldn't even start with that point. See, I'm talking about resources that people bring to me. He and I've just known each other for years of competing and hanging out through events, dude, out in Virginia. But it's interesting. Like, I was talking to somebody about this last night. When I went out there on that trail, on that long hike, nobody brought anything to the table. Nobody almost even talked about what they did for a living.
Oh, the affiliation thing you did a couple months ago. Okay.
So all of a sudden now everybody is just very much so on this time base and also like, very low level transactional relationship. So like, hey, like we're walking next to each other. So we're just in proximity. Other than that, like, we're sitting down next to each other on a log. I'm running out of water. Do you mind if I have a sip of it? I didn't know that this person was like a lawyer. I didn't know that this person, had just worked at, what the hell is his name? Whatever, the owner of Oracle's house and just built like one of the rarest piece of copper metal in the entire world.
Mr. Ellison.
Larry Ellison. Like, it takes so long for all of a sudden to get down to that level of their existence. It just ends up being like we're together in time and space and we can trade a Snickers bar or something like that. But there's no layers of value beyond that. And it was really refreshing. It immediately broke down barriers. Like your level of just like getting into communication was instantaneous because you had that immediate connection. Like if I saw someone at Starbucks and they're sitting at a table, I've started to pick up this thing where I'll try to just like talk to somebody. And the awkwardness of that, like that initial statement is almost like trying to dive through a brick wall. Now, being out there on the trail, just bumping into somebody and be like, hey, what's up? You immediately just stop in the woods. You're both going opposite directions. You just kind of lock in, have this incredible bond for a moment, and then you keep on moving on. But the thing that I've recognized, as I said, from the standpoint of either visually or monetarily or value wise? Like, did you call me to be on the podcast because I bring views to it and I talk about my sex life or something like that? Those kind of things.
Eaton Beaver, us that Dirk Diggler as the official welcome contributor, welcome to the show. I was having a chat with someone the other day, and I was saying that I view the guests on my podcast as a short love affair. Like every single person I have on here, I want to have the whole affair on here. I want to meet someone, have an intimate experience with them, and then when we break away, I kind of want it to hurt a little bit, knowing that that's it, we did it. And some people it doesn't hurt as much, like you, because I think that you'll be reoccurring, you and Hiller. But other people, I wanted to get close enough to them to where it's like the rest of the day, I'm like, fuck, I wish I was kind of hanging out with that person still.
That means we're having a three-way right now, right?
I guess. I think this relationship that we have going on right now is beyond that of like a transactional thing. Like I'll just text Hiller anytime something pops up about steroids, and I'll be like, ha ha ha, and we'll shoot the shit. I'll call you randomly just to talk about, whatever you're doing, usually doing like karate or at the skate park, Sevan, with your kids. And
Karate. Jan Clark, Hunter is the buff atheistic version of Theo Von. Atheistic, like an athlete version.
I think he's trying to say aesthetic. He just doesn't know how to spell.
Okay, all right.
Toes fair.
That's fine. Is this guy Matt Rife considered gorgeous? I just saw Get With the Program. He said that.
That was way at the top, dude.
I know. I'm way behind.
Definitely a handsome dude.
He's good looking.
Yeah, he's definitely a handsome dude. He brings an interesting kind of vibe to the comedic world, because usually, to be funny, like most of the comedians are like thin and spindly white guys, or they're like really fat.
I get a preemie. It's weird. I see the good looking part, but I get this effect from him, this look of him that he's like, he was born premature. Like he was born like at 23 weeks. And his eyes,
he has tiny hands or something?
Yeah, like his shit never fully formed. I get the appeal, I guess. I mean, nice body.
He's got a baby face.
Nice skin, but yeah, something about him makes me think that he was.
Jake Gyllenhaal look to him.
I would like to know if he was a preemie. I bet you he was.
Comment on one of these things and just ask him.
Were you a preemie?
Yeah, and see if he answers.
That's a heavy bomb to drop on someone.
Really? That's not cool?
That's why I'm not allowed to comment on crap anymore.
Go to my social media page real quick. I want to show you guys something.
Okay, hold on. I want to see let me just see what this guy is.
He just turned 4. What's how far on the spectrum would you say he is? Is it little by little, or is he like?
He's nonverbal.
He's nonverbal. He got it.
Yeah.
What's his thing that he's really good at?
So he's hyperlexic.
Hyperlexic, what's that?
He's very, very good with numbers, shapes, colors.
He's good with numbers, shapes, and colors. Fuck yeah, that dude about to rob a casino someday. You're gonna be a very rich mom someday. There's no cons, bro. You don't gotta worry about him talking to strangers. You don't like talking to nobody. That's awesome. Congratulations. What is that?
That was pretty clever.
Turn around, making fun of her autistic son. Yeah. That's been the theme this week of this show, making fun of the
oh boy.
Okay, before we go to your account, Hunter, I do want to show you this.
I want to know if Hunter's heard about any of that.
Our battle,
our
drama, our weekly drama. Okay.
What is this?
Check this out. So this kid, Darkness Retreat invites us into the profound simplicity of being. This was Sid's second Darkness Retreat. His dad was in one of the other caves close by, also in total darkness. His mom and older brother brought him food in the morning and evening, and we checked in as well to support him in the evenings. So this kid, a 13-year-old boy, has been blindfolded and kept in darkness for 4 days.
This goes really well into what I'm about to talk about next.
Okay.
What about it?
Here we go.
Whoa.
I feel aware of everything. You get to see all that's happened in your life. I feel like I saw some things that will happen when I grow older, but I don't know.
probably the first time this kid hasn't been near his cell phone in 4 days.
Dude. 3 days for this pussy.
Total puss.
It's crazy. It's beautiful, man.
Where are
I
they?
never felt as close to myself as I was in there. It's just a layer that isn't often peeled back in out here. There's no way that you can experience that and not come out the other side with a different take on yourself or a different approach on how to approach life. You realize how much you don't need by being in there. I feel like now I could really hone in on what's important.
Dude, that dude just emotions just pouring off this dude, right?
You know what's tough though is like this is attached to a retreat, and they're trying to sell you on it. So there's probably also someone that came out of there just like scraping their eyes out of their head. Freedom. So you're getting one side of the story here.
Oh God, you're so.
That sounds like what Bryce wants to sound like.
Right.
But they've
Wow.
actually
What was that all about?
Wow.
You ripped on Bryce. I saw that briefly, and I'm just like, damn, man, these guys just
started
sit
it.
there
We're
in their
going grade
closet
school.
and
He
just
started
cast
it.
stones. What did he do?
He cast a stone, man. He comes
What
on
did he do?
Sevan show and he goes, "Hey, what's your fascination with Hitler?" And then I just listened to what he had to say, and it was incredibly
Did he badmouth you?
contradicting to everything that he had said in the first part of the podcast. So he's all this about being open and not holding judgment and hearing people out and taking their perspective. And then he completely puts my perspective away. And he hasn't watched a single thing that I've said. But then I come and I make some pieces on Danny Spiegel, who's a buddy of his. And he just like, I don't agree with this. How dare he?
Yeah.
Did you watch that video, Hunter, that Hiller made?
I started to see some things, the most humble man, and just I saw the amount of people just shitting on Bryce. And I've got nothing against Bryce. I just thought it was so funny. I was like, yeah, I go down to Invictus all the time. I'm good friends with Tino, and I'm good friends with the Invictus team, like CJ. Like they're probably the coolest CrossFit gym in the world. Most CrossFit gyms you go to, everyone's kind of dicks, but they're really good.
What? Dicks?
What?
Who's
Hey.
dicks?
Are you kidding me? Dude,
Hiller,
a lot
did
of
you
CrossFit
know-
gyms, there's this like
you-
creepy hierarchy.
Did you know that it was going to get that crazy in the comments with Bryce? Did you know that it was going to get like?
No, I did not.
How bad did it
I
get?
needed to
Dude,
I thought it would be. I thought it'd be 70% up with the video, 30% saying, "Dude, what the fuck? Like, leave this guy alone."
If I was friends with Bryce, close to Bryce, I would be checking in on him regularly. That's how bad it got.
It was 99.9% saying this dude is out of his mind.
Dude, a friend of mine got a lot of hate on a YouTube video once, and I think it psychologically broke him as a person.
What was the vastness of the hate? Was it because this is a 25,000 view video with 500 comments or so?
It was higher than that.
That's what I'm asking.
It was the.
Was he also more popular too? Like the
It
whole
was the-
thing is Bryce is just a regular dude who just he's not a famous dude at all, and all of a sudden the thing he's most famous for is this video Hiller made of him. It's
Admittedly, it was the Murph video I did a while ago where he did all the bad reps. I love Matt with all my heart, but I don't think he's ever got that level of attention in his life.
I made a video on him doing
I
that.
know, dude. And it was just all of these people targeting him, and I don't know. I don't think he's ever been the same.
he shouldn't care about that. Who cares about reps?
I don't care about it, but he got upset, man. He got upset, and it was like heavy, and there's like, whatever, but it was like target. And I think a lot of people just aren't ready for that level of heat in their life. And if it shows up, man, it will fuck you up.
Imagine there's a video out there with me. It's called Sevan, the most toxic man in CrossFit. It's like someone just coming and just taking a shit in my house, in my kitchen.
Who said that?
You're telling me that video I made messed him up?
I can't specifically say, but I'll say that our friendship's never been the same since. That
What does it
moment
have to do with
in time-
you?
Everyone under 30 is so fucking delicate when it comes to the web, dude. You'd think they'd be callous, and they're so delicate. It's their daddy. The
Dude,
internet
hold
is
on.
their daddy.
Dude, so go to my page. I want to go through this real quick.
Okay, let me read this. A hunter heard you called me a hillbilly, you punk ass bitch. Redline Quality Fitness. Damn.
I know that guy's name too. It's in there somewhere. The second I hear it, I don't know if he wants to say it.
You
Okay,
called
so-
someone a hillbilly? You called someone a hillbilly?
Probably.
You're really not on steroids, Hunter?
Go to Reels. No,
Are you
dude.
on anything? I mean, this is fucking stupid.
Hunter's
You're
looking
telling me you're
good.
not on anything?
Dude, you know what it is, dude? I was literally sick to the point where I shit my pants daily.
Oh, so that's
months
like
ago when
okay.
I got off the trail. No.
Okay.
And I went down to 185 pounds, and then I just really have been super diligent about my
185,
diet.
dude.
95.
Hold on, keep on going. Go to Reels. Go to Reels for a second.
Steak and apples.
Steak and apples do the job. Keep on going. That video right there. This video has gotten more engagement. The video of me talking with the quotes across it has gotten more engagement than any other video I've posted. And the amount of just trauma bonding between people on there is the craziest thing I've ever witnessed.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me play it.
Yeah, watch it.
He had no clue what he was doing. He just was a fucking hard ass. He would take the car every morning at 5 a.m. and set the cruise control from 10 to 13 miles an hour and drive behind me or next to me, screaming at me and make me do a 5K loop behind the house every single day.
Buddy, we grew up in congruent.
Yeah.
If I had a bad wrestling practice or bad any practice, my dad would be like, "Yeah, put yourself in the truck, take off," and I'd have to run home from practice. And then on certain times when we were training for like worlds, like for wrestling, we'd qualify for worlds and everything. We'd have to run circles around the car while he drove the car. So it was like, jog, 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 sprint, jog, 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 sprint, jog, 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 sprint.
My dad he had no clue what he was doing. He just was a fucking hard ass.
That guy, to give you context, that's Jordan Wisely. He's a homie of mine that we trained together, and he's won the challenge, which is like the most popular TV show in the world for, online, whatever, like reality competition. And he dominates dudes. And dude, for some reason, everybody attacked that post as if our fathers had abused us and had just done terrible things to us. And we're so traumatized that we don't even understand the level of trauma that we've gone through.
Oh God.
And yeah, dude, I mean, these people are crazy.
AKA Morty, your dad has some issues. Treating your kid like that isn't good at all, no matter their outcome. Just because you failed and they punish you for it, instead of saying, hey, learn from your loss and how to deal with defeat. Placing a perfectionist winner mindset on kids is traumatic.
Hey,
I don't know any winner kids. I don't know any kids. I don't know any adults who are fucking just straight winners who don't have stories like that.
Hunter, you don't agree with the people in the comments, do you?
No, not at all. I'm just amazed.
You kind of like the fact that that had happened.
No, it's fine by me. I'm just amazed by the amount, that's what's going on in America right now. There's so much trauma bonding surrounding whatever is under the surface. And they see something like this, and it's the most engagement I've ever got on anything, talking about our fathers making us work hard.
Hey, dude, Hunter, someone occasionally I'll post my kids. I'll be like, yeah, I make my kids go skate, goofy and regular, throw and catch with both hands. And there'll always be someone in the fucking comments who posts, oh yeah, Hitler did that too. You're a fucking abusive Nazi. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, fuck, I wish my parents would have made me ambidextrous.
I know. It just blows my mind. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the country right now?
You love your dad. I've never heard you say anything bad about your dad.
My dad comes to all my championships. My dad is the shit. My dad is the coolest person on earth.
Because he's the one who made you to do that.
Yeah, you understand. You're under the thumb of your father.
Of course he's watching you. Are you kidding me?
Hey, let me tell you what's 1,000 times worse than that. Telling your little Jewish boy or Jewish girl that, hey, the whole world's going to hate you because you're Jewish. Telling your dwarf son that the world's going to be hard for you because you're a fucking dwarf. Like planting seeds like that in your kid. If imagine my parents would have been like, okay, your nose is going to be huge. And when you're 16, kids are going to start making fun of you in school and you're going to be short and you're never going to pick a girl up at the bar. I'm so glad they didn't tell me that. I had to like find it all out on my own at this. When the first kid made fun of me, I got to go home and look in the mirror. I didn't know I was short till I went to college, and I pursued pussy at my own pace, and it worked out fine.
I like
Crushing
that.
it.
Yeah,
Crushing it.
not anymore. Well, now I'm crushing one.
Uno.
one,
Really well.
one pussy. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's gotten worse.
Are you still
so lazy?
Are you still shadow banned? Like, just all these conversations of like talking about sex and then going into like, you know, trauma, and then all of a sudden we'll probably talk about COVID at some point. Are you guys still in trouble? Are you not allowed to use that word, by the way?
We have the worst suppression ever right now. It's crazy.
Because of stuff like this.
Do I bleach
Hunter,
my
do you
anus?
bleach your anus?
No, but I've thought about waxing it many times for efficiency's sake.
Have you seen the video on YouTube? Everybody's free to go look at it. It's unbelievable that people like Sevan are banned or shadow banned for saying certain words. There's a dude, and all you got to look up is "naring my butthole," and it shows everything.
40 million views of a dude naring his butthole.
Is it like erotic? Is it erotic or
whole thing? No,
Really?
no, it's instructional and it's great. And the dude is gay, and he just bends over, throws a bunch in there, and there he goes. You know, I did this to my armpits yesterday, and I did it for 5 minutes, so I don't think I'm going to do it that long because I don't want it to burn in there, you know. And it shows him like wiping it, and it shows the end result and all that. It's nuts, and it's still up.
Does it look
And
better
like,
at the end?
anybody can look at it.
How
It's
did you
not-
find this, and how long did you last?
I had a buddy who showed it to me, and then I watched this video and 5 others.
He lasted 3 seconds. It was
Like,
just
oh, I can't watch anymore. So
Dude, there was no more left. No, but I watched more of his videos. It's not the only one like that. You can see his penis and the whole thing. There's
No
another
shit.
video on there.
No
He shows you
shit.
how to trim his pubes. Yeah, his dick is like this big. I
Dude, if
swear
you're
to
gay,
God.
you can get away with anything. You can
He's
get
got a
away
little
with
baby carrot.
murder.
He's the smallest penis. And the entire comment section is talking about the size of his penis. And of course, there's people defending it. How dare you? He's trying to show you how to shave his pubes. It's like,
You
no.
trying to teach me how to wax my butthole? God, you shut your mouth.
And here's the thing: if you pulled that up on this channel, I guarantee you get in trouble.
I don't know what is going on, but I mean,
No,
that
dude,
really
it's
your
on
dad?
search
Is that
history.
really
It's
your
on
dad?
YouTube, Bernie. Everyone can see it.
yeah, it's my dad. If you want to see his stuff, go to 24/7 Wall Street. That's his page where he does like news and media stuff all the time.
Dude, this is amazing. Your dad commented on here. I'm Hunter's dad. It worked.
Oh yeah. What does it say? Does anybody come after him? No.
No, they pussies. They're all pussies.
You gotta tag that. You gotta pin that comment.
I don't know how to do that, but
Oh,
he's a legend. Dude, he's really a legend. He got me where I'm at today. I think the thing with like your channel, man, is you grew so much. Like, don't you remember we met up? Was it 2 summers ago?
This is crazy.
All of us together. Was that that was last summer?
That was? Oh yeah,
Was it
last
last
summer.
summer?
That was recent. That was recent.
Dude, your page has grown so much. Like, I would show up and you get like 1,500 views, 1,000 views. Now, like, you'll have a video, and by the end of the next day, it's like 20,000 views. Which
I
is
want to tell you.
nuts.
I want to tell you a crazy story. You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it, baby.
First of all, we get more views on Spotify and iTunes, significantly more than we do on YouTube. But check this out. So, and I've been telling people this since we started this station. I've been telling people, hey, why doesn't someone like come work for me for free and make sub clips and just figure it out? So we've had this sub clip station forever. And so recently, a dude reached out to us, to Sousa, or Sousa was talking to a dude. Sousa reached out to a guy and said, hey, we have a sub clip station. If you make sub clips for us, we'll give you fucking $1,500 a month once it starts making $1,500 a month. We'll basically give you everything it makes up to $1,500 a month. And then we'll renegotiate.
Did it work?
In fucking 2 months, he's already got it up to over 1,000 subscribers, and we monetized it a week ago, and he's already made fucking $500. That dude's gonna, and he's a dude who listens to the show every single day. It's not like, do you know what I mean? It's been sitting out. There's shit opportunities like that for everyone. I hope that subclip station ends up making more than this station. I hope it ends up making like $300,000 a year, and he's fucking making $100,000 a year from it.
Have you ever seen? There's a guy who has a Joe Rogan clip station who makes over he shows his earnings in a YouTube video, and he fucking crushes it. It's like tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There it is.
It's so insane, like how the internet's just giving so many people opportunities if you really just sit there and see it for what it is.
A good Froning subclip makes over $500. Just a subclip from an interview. Like I could have Froning on, and someone can make a subclip from it and make $500. No problem.
Who's your greatest champion? If you interview somebody and you just know this is my blue chip, this is my Kentucky Derby horse, who's it going to be?
There's this crew of people who, if you have them on, I don't know who that is really. Maybe Rich or Dave, but more importantly, there's this crew of people that if you have them on, they'll jumpstart the whole station for the week. Hiller, when I used to have Brian Friend on. Now it's our CrossFit Games update shows on Friday. There's just this circle. There's this group of people that I would just have on regularly that if the station's lagging, and I have, there'll be residual. Right now we're almost at 500 live viewers.
Mm-hmm.
But there'll be this residual now that you've been on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Hiller's
the Nair Butthole show
right now.
Oh, are we watching this right now?
Hell no, I'm not clicking on it. But I want to be. I can't do it. It would ruin everybody. Everyone's gonna look at it and.
I haven't jerked off yet today. Let's do this.
Hey,
right.
I'm having Glassman on every week, Hunter, and now his shows are starting to get big.
How is he doing, by the way?
He's fucking so great.
I know that he made it. I know that he made it, but what is the next chapter for somebody like that?
Do you know what's crazy? Don't tell anyone this, but I think he's really, really enjoying the podcast. This is the first thing I've really seen him commit to. He committed to BSI, and now he's done 12 shows of mine. He comes on every Tuesday, and maybe this is I think he's just doing some soul searching while he comes on the show every Tuesday, and he's just enjoying it. I think this is his next chapter.
Dude, he was basically what's the name of that great pastor? Bill. What's the name of the guy who lived in North Carolina? He used to go over to Africa and help people all the time. Billy Graham. He was like big pastor Billy Graham. He was the big pastor Billy Graham of fitness. Changed the world. And then all of a sudden he made a tweet, which we don't have to go into the details about.
Floyd 19, I believe it was.
Yeah, I know. Pretty crazy. And all of his disciples, much like Jesus, turned against him. This is just like Jesus. Why am I saying Billy Graham? This is almost just like Jesus. His greatest disciples, I remember Rich Froning was out. I remember Jason Kaliep was out. All of them just sat there and they were just chalking stones at him. They're like, fuck you, Greg, you fucking dick. And then have spears and ramming him in the ribs. You fucking piece of shit, fuck you. And they all turn their backs on him. And I hope he comes back and eviscerates all of them somehow. I hope he comes back and there's the day of reckoning where Greg Glassman just tears them a new one.
What about them? What about people just saying they're sorry?
Nobody, because it's not going to be authentic. It's just this is the conversation we were having earlier. He went out of style, and now the figure eight's going to come back, and he's going to come back into style, and people are going to try to get involved. And I hope when it times to come to the table and he puts out the bread and the wine, that just like it's Dr. Evil's chair, he presses a button and it ejects them back into a fire pit. I hope so, because I think what they did was wrong.
The most bizarre thing is he said Floyd 19 and that he doesn't mourn George Floyd about a man who did a home invasion robbery and put a gun on a pregnant woman's stomach, who shoots porn, who was arrested for the third time in 3 months and always said, I can't breathe, while high on fentanyl, high on meth, and high on alcohol. All 3 times caught on tape. He ate the drugs when he was caught. He said he couldn't breathe, and the police officers took him out of the car to be nice to him. All he tweeted about the guy was Floyd 19, and I don't mourn this guy's death, right? And what happened was now people will be, this is my favorite, people will be like, I forgive Greg for his insensitive comments. I'm like,
dude, nobody, you can't even say that kind of you can't say that kind of stuff.
Sorry. What?
You cannot say facts to people anymore. It has to be always in an emotional tie. So what happened in that moment is it was emotionally tied to something, just like we were talking about earlier. There's no facts involved. It's just an emotional response. And you just gave a bunch of details that are very true. I will never forget, I was sitting at the table with my aunt, and she was so ready to watch that Kyle Rittenhouse kid basically get fucking torched.
Oh my
She
God,
knew-
that poor kid.
She knew nothing about the details of the crimes. The fact that basically 3 felons attacked him and were trying to kill him, and he did self-defense. And dude, my aunt wanted that kid dead.
They were all white dudes he shot.
I know.
One of the dudes was let out of jail the day before Hunter for sodomizing a dozen kids under the age of like 15. And that guy was running down the street yelling racial slurs. He tried to fucking hit Rittenhouse with a skateboard while Rittenhouse was on the ground, and Rittenhouse shot him.
It's crazy, dude. I'm actually reading a book about
the gun out there. Who gives a fuck?
I'm reading a book about Magellan right now, and 2 months into their journey, they're out, and one of his homies who was on his side, because they were already in like tumultuous territory, like there was like all this like mutiny getting ready to go. One of his homies was caught sodomizing a cabin boy. He was giving him that dude love, and he was like, it would be like me catching one of you guys, and he was so serious about it. He's like, that's just not how we roll. And he had another one of the members of the ship put a mask on and then strangle him publicly in front of everybody. Yet, you got somebody here who's got caught sodomizing 12 boys, and he's out on the streets in a short period of time.
What is sodomizing?
Sodomizing is butt love.
Oh.
Like if they say the football team sodomized the new athlete in the locker room, it's usually like they do it with like a broom handle or something.
Yeah.
Fernando Magellan was a Portuguese explorer best known for having planned and led the 1519 Spanish expedition to the East Indies.
You've never heard about Magellan, dude?
I've heard about him.
It's legit as fuck. It is insane. I love reading books like that because then everyone's just like, my life's so hard. I'm like, dude,
Hey, what's the book? I want to read it. I want to read it with you. What's the book?
Dude, it is so good. Get the audio book because it's quick and easy, baby.
Don't tell me what to do, and I will. Thank you.
Okay, it's called Over the Edge of the World by Lawrence Bergreen.
Over the Edge. How far into it are you?
36%. I also just bought this book called The Intelligence Paradox because I read a reference to it where they were talking about how more intelligent men are the more intelligent a man is, the more inclined he is to cheat. And they're talking about the psychological connections of how intelligence amongst men, rather than thinking of life in scarcity, they think of life in opportunity. So I'm going to dig into the depths of that as well. So once I get over this whole fucking sailing thing, dude, I'm into a whole nother chapter of life.
Sailing. Hold on. We'll come back to that. A wad's lumpy. Hunter, he called a penis a front tail. That's all you need to know. Oh, he's going back to the Bryce thing.
A front tail?
Yeah.
We never really fully addressed that thing. So did you just completely crush him?
You're going sailing? Oh, you're still pursuing the sailing?
Crushing is I didn't crush him. All I did is I repurposed what he stated on the internet and I gave my perspective on it.
I think you got to really be ready to fucking get shit on if you're going to be an internet personality in any way, shape, or form, which he is. He stepped into the octagon, and then all of a sudden he bumped into a bigger gladiator, aka Hiller, and he got fucked up.
You didn't have to say anything. Have you ever Reddited yourself, Hunter McIntyre Reddit? How do you look over there?
No. Someone tried to convince me to get into Reddit. It could be a great way to grow your brand. And I was like, all right, I'll try. And then you just like end up in these weird things. I think basically on Reddit, if I looked up a article about you, they probably describe you as an incel. Both you guys. You guys are both like men inside of garages, like filming each other and like talking amongst each other on blogs, being like, we'll get them all.
That's us.
Intel is a product manufacturer, contract services provider with the mission to provide innovative life science solutions. That's not me. No, Intel, a fat misogynistic who worships Call Me Carson and thinks girls shouldn't have rights.
Damn, that's what this whole podcast is.
Wow.
Now on CrossFit's Reddit, when people are talking about certain things, there are people on Reddit who will go, waiting for Hiller to comment on this. Yeah. they know I'm in there.
You attract a lot of energy. If I ever go on a page and you drop a comment, it could be like a 2-word comment. It's just like, boom. And I don't get it.
That's a good point. That's a good observation.
Yeah, that was on my old account though. I got to rebuild this new one.
You guys have basically taken over the CrossFit world. You guys are like kind of like the black market of media. And I hope you get it back because it went to the buttery butts and nobody likes them.
We don't even have 20,000 Instagram followers combined.
But you guys have true followers. Like, I bet you if your page gets knocked off, you could reestablish your page with probably 70 to 80% volume within a day.
Red Light Quality Fitness. All love. Keep up the good work, Mr. McIntyre. You fucking hillbilly.
That's legit.
Or it is signed by Hillbilly. That's how I read it.
Dan Guerrero doesn't want you giving us any more butt love. Enough. He says enough. These guys are casuals at best.
These guys are casuals at best.
Hey,
dude,
you know what?
I guarantee Dan Guerrero was the cabin boy getting the dude love. If I had to guess.
Sarah Cox.
Dropping money. Dude, when do I get like how do I get a cut out of this, dude? You've been making some serious cash.
You got to make sub clips. Didn't you hear him?
Fuck. Dude, introduce me to your sub clip team.
I don't want anyone to know who my sub clip guy is. It's fucking crazy. And you know what he told me the other day too. So we do a show every Friday night called the CrossFit Games Update Show, and the whole premise of the show is just it's kind of a joke. It's to steal, because when I used to work there, we had a show called the CrossFit Games Update Show, and there's this pool of like 14 guys I always pluck from to have on the show. And he says that show, the clips that come from there are just the ones that are just murdering it. So he just listens to that and pulls the shit into Adobe Premiere and spends an hour making little clips from it.
Dude, having a good sub clip guy is like having a good hand job hut, like the ones where you go get the rub and tugs at. If you tell other people where it's at, you could blow up the spot and ruin the whole thing. So I get where you're keeping it close to your heart.
A hand job hut?
You've had a stranger give you a hand job?
I've tried so many times. Never once. Swear to God.
Hut? What do you mean a hut?
For lack of trying. You know, dude.
So you go to massage parlors, think and get a massage, and then think, okay, is this the one that's going to offer me?
This has got to be it. I mean,
never,
dude. You got look at me. If
$150 later, you're like, son of a
ended up on your massage table and you saw this hot piece of meat sitting on your massage table, and you're rubbing all these other dirty dudes, you'd assume that they'd like touch my foot for 2 seconds and go straight to the beanpole. Yeah. But they don't.
Wow. Do you have a long skinny penis, Hunter, like a pencil? Do you have a long skinny penis?
Exact shape as this.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
And the pee hole's the same size.
That makes sense. Hey,
go to the bathroom.
You had a whole beer in less than a second. Faster than you can be clean.
I got to give a shout out. This is not a sponsorship whatsoever, but the people saw that I was on podcasts all the time, drinking out of like plastic bottles and random cups. And they're like, dude, those cups are so ghetto. Let us send you some. So a while the company sent me these, and now it's like my favorite thing to drink out of because it reminds me of my penis.
I cannot listen. This is such bullshit. Ashley Erkenbrack, Hunter's the real deal. Shut up. You just think he's hot. That's it. Stop telling me if any other man said any of the shit he said, you'd be like, get the fuck out of my house, because he's hot and he has a good body. And you feel sorry for him because he has red hair. I mean, I know the whole shtick.
It's a cool ski suit.
Tell me he's the real deal.
This is not a ski suit, dude. This is just casual houseware.
That chick's just horny.
This shit's nice.
Getting anything interesting or controversial out of Hunter is like pulling teeth, right? Bernie, I saw you. Bernie, I love reading your posts. You're the only long poster who I read his shit. And man, you I saw your first negative post ever the other day. Interesting.
Robert Downey Jr.
How is methamphetamine Chad doing? Remember that guy that we had on one time, you, me, Hiller, and there was that guy who was just couldn't stop screaming and flexing at the camera.
Gary Roberts?
That was Gary. Would you call him methamphetamine Chad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was Gary.
That guy was such a nut. He's
that
like,
Gary
yeah, man,
test,
yeah. Did you see? I was like, this dude's got to be on meth.
He last time I saw him, he wasn't quite that animated.
Oh.
Yeah, what happened? I had him on. What happened?
He stopped taking his testosterone. His wife made him.
That sucks.
He's completely different.
You got castrated?
Not completely. He's the same. He's just not as much. He's not on meth anymore, but he's still Gary.
Are you still on the juice?
I've been off of it since the 9th of August.
I can tell because the size of your neck and shoulders.
Dude, it's nuts, isn't it?
Dude,
It's
so
cold
I
in
always,
here. Everyone's like, "Are you having body dysmorphia?" I go, "No, it's fucking cold in Chicago."
I always judge people. If you can look at people's traps under their
Oh, you look good,
shoulders,
Hiller.
you can tell
Thanks.
whether or not they've been on the juice.
Yeah,
Was there-
dude,
was there
it's
a
actually
kickback?
there's actually something to that, huh? They're
Yep.
kind of gone.
Yeah.
They're
Dude,
in
it's
there. I mean,
insane.
it's a clavicle, but I'm different looking.
I can't. Let's do this.
Yeah,
I
take that
can't-
off. Let's see it.
I
Come
can't
on,
get
Summer,
almost
you're up.
any development inside of my delts, but I've got huge tits, but I can't get anything in the delts.
What's
Like
your
that
bench
is the
at?
hard.
What's
That's
your
the hardest.
bench at?
295. 295. I'm not lifting any heavy weights right now, to be honest. I'm just trying to get back in Murph shape, and it's just volume.
Right, you're just doing a bunch of push-ups.
Dude, it sucks. I've gotten my squat capacity up so aggressively, so quickly, and that's really good because that was something I lacked in last time. But the push-ups are just so much work, dude. I'm doing push-ups 3 to 4 days a week at like really, really high volume and measuring everything, heart rate, measurement of hands outside, putting my hands in different places and having like cube 1, cube 2, cube 3, and trying to figure out where I can get the most, like the most response and the least amount of like muscle overload here, here, here.
What are you training for? What are you training for?
I want to set the Murph record again. So I first I was trying to do all this, like I was going to do like a whole publicity stunt and try to do a campaign and compete against other people. And then I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to do it in my garage. And I just have been putting the work in because it's just a good off-season thing to do.
I watched this. I watched this. No One Can Handle My Training vlog 2 yesterday. Good video. That chick is so fucking hot back there.
Ange?
Is that chick from earlier? What's her name?
Ange is hysterical.
Oh, different.
Is this part of your Murph training right here?
No, I just I had a bunch of people come out. A couple of those people have been in the Elite 15 for World Championships. One of the guys is like a 15 5K guy. There's just some talented athletes that just wanted to come and get a little bit of work in before season started. We have our first championship November 11th, so that's 8 weeks out, and we just did a training camp for it.
So how much will you weigh when you do Murph, you think? You think you'll get light, really light?
I want to. I'm at 207 right now. I definitely want to be 12, 14 pounds down.
If you quit juicing, you'll drop it right away.
Oh, I know, dude. Dude, it's so crazy how doing Murph just makes you so thick. I got the body of a Puerto Rican woman. I have these huge tits and ass, and I walk around.
Jesus.
You do have a huge ass too. You need that though, right?
I need it for power and dominance, asserting dominance, walking around town.
You're like a horse.
Yeah. I'll get lighter. It will just take like probably 8 weeks of running in the mountains, and all the weight will come off. It'll come off.
Who's making these videos for you? This is a good video, by the way.
It's my cousin Alex. We have an editor. Dude, we've invested, like, the one thing that we did was basically take all of our money in the company and just keep on reinvesting it into media. So we have 3 full-time media people now, and now we're trying to hire a social media person. And like I made this mistake. If anybody has the opportunity to do this, I'm just going to tell you how to change your life if you're trying to be in this space. Take the money you have in your wallet right now and then spend it on somebody like a subclip editor. And then take the money you pull from that and then buy a full-time vlog person. And then take the money you get from that, then hire somebody who's like a content creator, like producer who oversees everything, and just keep on leveling up as much as you can. And like it starts out with just paying people in the Philippines to post for you on TikTok and stuff like that. And they cut it up and it's 50 cents a post. And then you level up to the people you pay $5 an hour, then you pay them 15, then 50. And it changed my life. Like I have done better from a financial standpoint, sponsor standpoint, business growing standpoint, more so than I have my entire past 5 years of my career just in the past 5 months.
Hey, I want to. I don't know if this is where this fits in with what you were saying, but for me, we've had a half dozen people try the sub clips, and none of them were. I don't know why they didn't work out, but this guy, the reason why this guy is he's really talented, but he's into the show. The guy we had before him watched the show on 1.5 time. He wasn't into the show. He wasn't into the nuances of the show. He wasn't into the characters. Yeah. And it's like, this guy's totally into the show. So I feel like if someone's not totally into you and what you're doing, that they're not going to have that endless amount of energy. But you're saying, fuck, you start off with some
you got it. We've hired and fired so many people. This guy, like my cousin does an amazing job, but he shows up and he's just there to film and he wants to get things done. And like, he's just there for whatever. This guy right here is my boy, Cy.
ST Visuals. You don't even follow him. Simon Taylor, you don't even follow him.
Yeah, but we're bros. We just text each other.
Oh.
I know him enough that I can look him up in a second, but that dude right there changed for things for us drastically. My cousin lost his passport like a fucking idiot before a world championship, so I had to hire a videographer. No.
Simon Taylor.
What is it? It's not 1, 2, 3.
It's st.visuals.
st.visuals. Got it.
Yeah. And it was total like happenstance. It was just totally random that we ended up hiring him because my cousin forgot his passport and couldn't fly over to film me at World Championships. So then I hired somebody through a suggestion, and then he did such a good job that basically he changed the game for us from a visual standpoint and just kept on rebuilding stuff. Like go to Builder International, the one over on the right.
Oh shit, look at your ponytail.
Dude, you like that? That was when I had a mullet.
Wow.
That's when we kind of first met. But like almost all of our images and like from a visual standpoint, he did. And we didn't have anything like that.
All right, I reached out to him.
Changed the way that we looked. He's
you
good.
wanted to change your, what did you say? Hey, can you change my life like you changed Hunter's?
I said Hunter said that you're the man and I should reach out to you for help and content. So I just messaged him.
Well,
Hey.
admittedly, I've hired him full time, but if you want, I'm sure he can help you out in any which way you want. But
I need him for like 1% of the time.
yeah, but he was a game changer, and like I think you just need to keep on doing that. Like you guys invested in yourselves, and look where you're at now. Like you guys went to the CrossFit Games, and from what I could tell, you guys took over the CrossFit Games from a media standpoint more so than any other brands out there.
That's true. Hey, Hunter, do you have a coach?
No, but I have advisors. Like if I want to get fit for running, and like I talk about just like holy shit, someone just dropped 50 bones on you.
Where? Oh no, that's Mexican money.
Oh, Mexican money, dude. That might as well fucking take that money back. So I contact Rich Diaz if I want to kind of get into shape for something, but in reality, dude, I just buy books. I buy books, and if you read and you kind of do the research, like I wish I could share the screen, but like here's one of the most. Is this even?
Tell me what. I'll pull it up. I just want to say this, Joe Westerland. I'd love to talk to Hunter about his pursuit of the Murph record. That'd be a cool show to have Joe on. I don't know if you know who Joe is, and talk about just the nuances and details of Murph. Like just walk through it and really drill down.
Who is that?
Joe, he's a trainer that's been around forever. A CrossFit trainer, been around forever. Crazy knowledgeable. Crazy knowledgeable.
Can we talk about how Madero's just completely bombed the CrossFit Games?
Yeah.
Dude, I think 100% the correlate.
No, hold on. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. I have to check the Dao De Ching. No, we can't. It says right here.
No?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, I think it's because he got like serious with his girlfriend.
How about the dog?
I don't know about the dog.
He got a dog too. It's a puppy.
Hey, this is the best. This is the best $50 ever spent. The question is, can Ricky Mack beat Hunter in High Rocks?
No, but I'm not trying to insult Ricky. It's just like the same way it would have taken me forever, if not ever, to beat Matt Frazier if I went like full on into CrossFit. I wouldn't.
You would never have beaten him.
That's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
way that Ricky will probably never beat you in High Rocks.
Yeah, but I think, dude, it really was when he decided to get serious about his girlfriend. He lost that edge. Because
that's why you're 34 and single, right?
Yeah, she wasn't around, and then all of a sudden she was around, and this is the axiom of his success. Girlfriend, CrossFit game results, and they just passed 2 ships in the night.
You think you get? Let's say that is true. That was a factor. Well, it is a factor. No one can deny it's some factor, whether it's good or bad. Or do you think it can be fixed?
I think it can be, but you need to structure yourself a certain way. Like, I think there's some people that have the capacity to be able to have a partner alongside of them the entire time. Those glasses are dope.
You're an influencer. You're an influencer.
Yeah. I was wearing those that one time when I called.
That's the only reason why I have them. One of the listeners, Wad Zombie, bought them for me after he saw you on the show with him.
Damn. Yeah. I think there's certain people that can and are really do well with a partner next to them. And then there's other people that just don't. And like something just changes.
I want you to get granular. So, I'll give you the Conor McGregor. You're the best fighter who ever lived. You end up with $100 million and you have silk sheets and a private jet, and they say you get soft and you have kids. They say kids as a fighter will fuck you up. And so you don't win any more world championships. What about, is it the actual pussy, or do you think it's a relationship? Like, what if he was with a dude? Like, what do you think about a relationship?
It's not necessarily exactly the relationship. So I don't want to make this about his girlfriend, because if he ever watches this, he's going to think like I'm attacking his girlfriend. I'm actually attacking him.
Okay.
So the issue is like, so I'll admit to you, around 2015, I got all this like Oprah money for me at the time, and I got my own television show, and like I just started to like crush it, and my results dropped. And then all of a sudden I had to have this like come to Jesus moment. I was like, what the fuck am I doing with myself right now? And I met this man guru of mine. His name's Crazy Bobby. He was like, all you do is just like fuck, fight, and work out. And he's just like, when was the last time you like kept that energy in and were like more of a warrior? And Bobby's insane, like in the best way possible. But he'll just like talk to you. He's like, what'd you say to me? I'll punch you in the fucking face. He has that edge about him still. Even he's about to turn 60 next year, and he's never let go of it. And he keeps that competitive energy. And he's had Marielle Hemingway has been his partner for his longest time, like the ultimate babe. And they have this energy where he hasn't lost his edge of being like a very intense masculine man, and she still keeps her feminine presence. And I learned this from him. And I'm not saying like I'm not in a relationship right now. I'm not married, so I haven't found that person for me yet, but I know well enough that when I start to lose the edge, like I will tell my partners, I'm like, yeah, like I see what you're saying right now, but it's counterproductive for what I'm doing. And I will always give you everything that I can, but anything beyond that line, I don't go. And like I had a conversation with a girl that she and I were talking to each other and seeing each other, and we never had even hooked up. And I just looked her in the face and I was like, I'm at the point in my life now where the younger version of me would have hooked up with you immediately and then dealt with the damage afterwards. Now I can see it far enough in the future where I'm like, it's not even worth it. Like, I'm not going to bring value to your life, anything beyond that moment in the bedroom. Like, I'm just not going to. And I don't have time for it. I don't have time to explain it to you, because if you don't already see it and understand it now, then I don't have the time to explain it to you. And eventually there's this crossroads where I don't know enough about Justin, but I'm assuming I started to see this presence of this girl popping up. As soon as that started to fill the cup a little bit more than keeping that edge, that's when he lost. So if I was his coach, I'd say 2 things to him. I say, you either have 2 options. You can be where you're at now, or you can be at where you used to be. And all of that is going to 100% relate to the way that you own your time and own your relationships. I don't know what you're pointing to, but
you said it. That's it. You're saying everything that everyone's freaking thinking. That's all. That's it. So good on you.
Can I say something even a little more rash than that? I think it's more than just time. I want to go back to the thing where you're like, hey, I'm not banging you. I think a man that's a champion has a fuck you bitch in him. Fuck you bitch. Like, to everyone, to men and women. Fuck you bitch. Fuck you bitch. Fuck off bitch. And when you have a girl in your life, you might not feel comfortable saying that to her.
Well, every single one of my girlfriends have always said it's the Hunter show. And it's a fucking epic show.
Yeah, buddy.
And so
It's
if
a
you have
goddamn
someone, you
good
can't
show.
still be a you might need to say, you might need to posture and say 100 fuck you bitches a day to be the champ, and then you have the love of your life around. You're only saying 82 because she can't handle you saying fuck you bitch to her. Fuck you bitch.
But
And so she doesn't know how to be with the champion.
You got to have the right character riding shotgun with you. And now, listen, it doesn't always have to be the male champion. Like, I think you can see that Tia's man has rode shotgun to her. He's completely become subservient to her lifestyle, realizing that she's the front of the ship. Like, if all of a sudden Taylor Swift showed up here right now and was like, "You're my dude," I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck High Rocks. I'm out. Like, I don't need to run in circles anymore." Fucking
I knew you were superficial.
No,
how about
but I'm just saying,
Oprah? How about Oprah, you fucking hoe?
I would ditch it
How
for
about
Oprah
Oprah, you
too.
hoe?
But I'm just saying, I'm telling you right now, if you find somebody you're willing to ride shotgun for, then be that person who rides shotgun. The only way that rally car drivers win championships is that there's somebody riding shotgun telling them what's coming up and making the driving easier. If you have somebody who's keeping that and making it complicated and creating any kind of friction, confusion, or any kind of drama whatsoever, that person's fucked. They're not winning championships anymore. And I'm assuming this dude had somebody riding shotgun that was pulling away from the fucking ultimate direction, which is winning.
Hey, I want to swing it back my way. I want to say that you could have integrity and morality, and you need those things to be a fucking winner. But nice guys aren't winners.
No, and dude, that's
the
I say
second
this
you're
all
a
the
nice
time.
guy, you're fucked. The second you're a nice guy, you lose a little bit of your testosterone.
Nobody writes books about dudes who give high fives, hugs, and are good fathers. And I'm just sorry to say it. They fucking write books about world conquerors. Magellan, this book that I'm listening to right now, basically like went and got in the face of the King of Portugal all the fucking time, was like, I deserve to be something. I deserve to be something. And the King of Portugal was like, get fucked. You deserve to be nothing. So he left Portugal and then went to talk to the King of Spain, fought like a fucking dog. Everybody in Portugal then ended up hating him for quitting Portugal. And all of a sudden he got the ship that he finally wanted. And now he's one of the most famous people in history because all he did was just told everybody to get fucked until he got exactly what he wanted. And he ended up becoming the most powerful person in the world. I've mentioned this book before, Virtue of War. They start out in the first paragraph. Alexander the Great is telling everybody, they're already like 7 years into their siege. And he's saying, hey guys, we got to keep going. And everyone's like, well, come on, dude, we've already done it all. He's like, no, we keep going. He goes away for a bit. He comes back. He realizes that everybody didn't do what he told them to. He hung 5 or 6 of his best friends and best generals because he realized that there was now all of a sudden mutiny, and there was not aligned messaging and aligned ideas. So he had to kill everybody, restart, keep on moving forward. And most people would be like, you're a fucking dick. But now guess what? He's not Alexander. He's Alexander the Great. And I mean, you're definitely not going to make as many friends. If your whole goal in life is to make friends, you should not be a champion, a CEO, a creator, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Where did what?
Oh, all that stuff he just spewed out. It's like 4 different channels just thrown in there. It was great. It was good.
I loved it too. Victor Rodriguez, I think Justin will be fine next year. So do I. It was just a tougher year. Oh, I don't think that. I think he's going to have to make some adjustments in his relationship too. I think this routine will settle in and he'll be strong next year. I know, going back to the incel thing, when you are going towards the target, whether you're a man or you're a woman, and your partner does anything to distract you and you snap at your partner and your partner takes it personally, that's not the partner for you if you want greatness. If I'm moving fucking towards the target aggressively fast, and my wife, I'll give you a perfect example. If something happens in the morning before I come on the podcast, my wife does not fuck with me at all. It gives me a kiss and says good luck, even if I've just been an asshole to her. She knows that's not the fucking time or the place. Now she may pull me aside afterwards and have a talk with me, but she never comes between me and the podcast fucking ever. We could be in the biggest fight ever, and I'm about to go on, and she'll walk over to me and give me a kiss and be like, hey, I made your coffee for you. I love you. Go get them.
Well, that's a
she
part.
knows. And I could have just told her, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Do you think that you can only do one thing well?
Say that again.
Do you think that you can only really want one thing, prioritize one thing? Because what's the likelihood that Justin prioritized winning the games And now his most important thing is potentially the relationship.
No, I don't think
it
you
goes
can only
along
do
with what
one
you were
thing well.
saying, Hunter.
You just have to delegate, and you
And
have
it
to
goes
be
along
able,
with what Sevan's saying.
you have to be able to delegate, and you also have to be able to decipher what the most valuable thing is in the moment. Like, I
He might
intentionally
really be in love. Do you know what kind of love he might be in? Do you remember what it's like? He might be in like first girlfriend love. For all we know, he just lost his virginity to her and he's fucking over the moon. Do you remember that feeling? That one never comes back.
Kelly O'Brien.
Yeah, there. Oh shit, that was my neighbor's name growing up, Kelly O'Brien.
She got it.
I think I know
From
her.
Big Hoon.
What I mean, and if he's in just that kind of love, that there's no retrieving him. I mean, he's
I'm
on
happy for him. Dude,
Me
you'd
too.
hope
I'm happy
that
for him too.
You'd hope that all of a sudden we all like just bump into somebody that makes us forget about all the other shit in our lives.
Taylor Swift, right?
Taylor
shit.
Swift, dude, T Swift.
Oh
Dude,
shit!
if I bumped into the right woman, I would dip the fuck out. I just be like, what's the point of all this stuff? I'm moving
That's
into
why I
the woods.
retired from CrossFit, dude.
I'm
I found the
chopping
right woman.
trees. There you go. Chopping down trees, dude, making a bunch of chitlins. But I told myself that I was going all in until I won the amount of races that I wanted to and got all these things focused on. And then all of a sudden you switch into the next lane.
And you still can't quit because now you're addicted to it and you've lost your identity in racing and athletics.
No, dude, I think I'm going to be able to walk away very, very well. Like I intentionally set up business and other things in my life so that I can walk away and not have to be that dude.
If it weren't for Alexis in my life, I would still be trying to go to the CrossFit games. I guarantee it.
Well, that would
That's
be
rad.
stupid.
That's rad,
It
dude.
would
You
be,
got a
it would
good,
be
you got a good
stupid. I mean,
rider.
it'd be stupid, right? I mean, maybe I make it, maybe I don't, but my life is completely different because of her.
Is there jealousy in the house now that she used to be the big name and all of a sudden you become the cool kid?
No, well, first of all, she's cool. Second of all, I think she fucking loves it. It's cool. Like Danny Spiegel blocked her yesterday on Instagram, or like she realized it. We don't know when it happened, but she goes, "What the hell did I do?" I go, "Dude, you're associated with me."
What did you do to Danny Spiegel?
I just made a couple of videos on her, telling her she needs to squat lower. Kind of like your boy on the push-ups. He had to do better push-ups, and sometimes it's life-altering, and you go on a blocking spree, like Mikey Swoosh.
I don't know if that's healthy or helpful to block people that are trying to just maybe make you see something. And I'm not judging.
Dude,
Danny.
did you see what happened with the Mikey Swoosh thing?
Who's Mikey Swoosh?
Oh, we won't. That's a whole. If you have a whole day to catch up on drama, it's pretty fun. Is that
about the small guy who got upset with Lauren?
Careful, dwarf.
Guy dwarf.
Listen, small.
You're gonna get canceled.
Small is a measurement, and then people can't identify with that. Then that's their own fucking problem.
Jedediah Snelson, CrossFit Games athlete. In my experience, home life matters. Oh, by the way, he just won the Barcelona, the wheel Salona. Adaptive Salona. Jedediah Snelson, in my experience, home life matters, but home life is different for different athletes. Homeostasis can look differently for athletes and what their love language are to be successful. The fuck kind of gibberish is that, Jedediah?
Yeah,
Tell
man,
me.
that was vague. That was some bullshit.
That means he hit his wife. That's I hit my wife, and I ain't talking about it.
Keep your fucking hands off the keyboard. No, I'm just kidding. What the hell were we just talking about?
David.
Swoosh, little people, dwarves.
I can tell you right now, I've become really close friends with Rasmus over the past year.
Anderson?
And I got to know,
cool shit. That's a cool dude.
I met him like last week.
That
He's
dude
cool.
is an 11. He is an 11. He is the sweetest, funniest, coolest person on the planet. And his wife's amazing too. So whatever the fuck people are trying to get on her back about, like losers.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Losers.
Dude, it did not do Swoosh any fucking help that I met both of them that same weekend.
Yeah,
it did not help him.
You got to be a loser to try to attack people on the internet. Like, what do you have going on in your life that you need to pump your own tires up by shitting on other people? That's thin at best. So I feel bad for the guy. He must be going through something very hard that he needs to go throw rocks at someone cool like Lauren.
Hey, but you know what? Now he's trying to throw mud at the other fittest dwarf because it was a tie for the fittest dwarf. And he put up a story last night on his Instagram saying, I can't believe people would be using this to try to promote themselves. I can't wait for Wheel Wad, inferring that he's going to take down Tim Murray, who he had tied with for the fittest dwarf.
The guy who he tied for the win came on my show.
Is he cool?
And he basically said, "Hey, that guy, you're fucking." He said this to his colleague, the other fittest dwarf he tied with. You're a scumbag for going on that bigot show. It's like, dude, you're the fucking bigot, not me.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts.
I'm a guy who interviews porn stars. I'm not a bigot.
No big deal, dude. I don't hold anything against nobody.
Hey, give me 2 seconds. I can pull that up.
Hey, I want to, Hunter, there's this guy that I would rather do the right thing and be disliked while losing all my followers than do the wrong thing and chase followers. Don't be exploited by bigots to make them look good. Because this guy came on my show, he's saying that I exploited him. I exploit everyone who comes on the show. It makes it irrelevant. It's ubiquitous.
Why did he come on the show?
I invited you.
You had 3 things. 1, 2, 3. You had 3 reasons.
Yeah.
The third reason was this reason.
Yeah.
Well, so there was this drama around this guy, Mikey Swoosh, who claimed he was the fittest guy in the world, fittest dwarf in the world. CrossFit claimed him to be the fittest dwarf in the world. Then Hiller found out that this guy erased the image of the guy who he tied with on his post. So he took a fucking Photoshop and erased the guy. And so that made me think, oh, okay, I should invite this guy on. So the 2 reasons I invited him on is because Hiller showed me that he got erased off. But then the other 2 reasons are obviously because he's the fittest in the world. And then the third reason, least the most important, but still very important, is that he's a dwarf. And he's the only dwarf I've had on the show. You're the only High Rocks winner I've had on the show. Oh, wait, maybe I had that chick.
You're exploiting the shit out of me.
I do.
I don't really
I hope I
care,
do.
man.
I want to. I want to.
I mean, it's meant to be a show. You know what the best shows were? Was like Jerry Springer's and stuff. Like that was the pinnacle.
I don't want to be like that, though. I do not want to be like that.
You kind of are the Jerry Springer of CrossFit.
Please
No,
don't.
man, you're Howard Stern. Can you be both? It's like a hybrid.
No, I want to be Mike Wallace. 60
How about
minutes.
Mike Leno or Jay Leno?
I fucking love, what's the name? Dr. Phil. I love Dr. Phil, dude. That is so funny. Have you ever seen the splice up of Alex Jones talking and Dr. Phil talking?
No.
They're the best. I mean, they are just, it's electrifying. It's
Who's the You're Not the Father guy?
That's Maury.
Okay.
Maury's the shit,
You
dude.
could do that.
I don't want to be any of those dudes.
I definitely deserve to have my own show like that. I could definitely solve a lot of the world's problems.
Hey, I want to show you something, you guys, something really quick that I want to really fucking champion.
What's up? What's up? Let's do this.
So there's this buddy of mine, Joe Nels. He owns a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Kenosha, speaking of Kyle Rittenhouse. And he basically heard Don Fall say, hey, I want to have 30 million new CrossFitters in the world, right? So this guy's like, hey, that's fucking not going to happen on its fucking own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a new gym member every single day. Oh, he took that along with something Greg Glassman said. Greg Glassman said that if you're out in the wild and you're walking around and you don't see someone and you see someone who needs to go to the gym and you don't approach him, he says, fuck you. You're not a gym owner. You're not a coach. It's kind of like if you're a Christian and you're not doing good deeds, you're not a Christian. It's kind of like if you're a thief and you see a wallet to steal and you don't steal it, you're not a thief. You're not dedicated to your craft. So this guy fucking embraces that, Hunter. And he's like, hey, I'm going to do 30 for 30 for 30 days. I'm going to make sure that I add one new fucking client to my gym. And he's starting this series. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. You want to watch episode 1? I haven't seen it yet.
Have you ever heard of Baba Ramdas?
Yeah. Baba Ramdas.
Ramdas talks about where basically basically people kind of like projecting what's going on inside them. What's that?
I want to get back to that, but Bob Ramdas.
But it's interesting. He brings up this one moment, and I can't remember I'm paraphrasing this, but he goes, if a pickpocket bumps into a saint, he can only see the person's pockets. So you have to have this intense vision and intensity in your life where you're only going at things with absolution through the eyes of the world that you see. And I think if you are a really good coach, you should want to kind of heal the world through fitness. And what's that?
I had a friend who was only into boobs and all his chicks had horrible asses.
That's cool, dude. That's cool, dude. That's a man who's charging on the plan.
He only saw wallets. Okay.
That's right. Let's watch episode 1. It better be legit. Is he just walking up to people? If he goes to Walmart's, he'd be killing it.
Okay, here we go.
Target.
Day one. I haven't seen this.
All right. Off to our first stop, Meyer. We're going to get some sweet potatoes with a side of new members.
I like that. What's he do with this
So
shit?
if I feel like the person that's moving around the store is like really going straight to something to grab it and get out and doesn't want to be bothered, I don't want to feel like I'm slowing them down on their day. So my name's Joe. You ever heard of CrossFit? Yeah. Yeah? There's actually a gym just down the road. Yeah? What do you know about it?
I've heard of it.
Dude, look at that foot placement right there. That's key. Do you see he's up on his toes?
Yeah.
That's a flirting position.
Okay. Okay.
I like
Good.
this.
Good.
Keep move.
Yeah, so it's just a little bit of mix like running, training, lifting, a little bit of fun stuff like that. You want to come try sometime? Jordan felt like he was kind of perusing and like looking around and trying to figure things out. He felt approachable to me. Jordan, great meeting you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Shoot for like 5:15. I'll shoot you the address. I got your number.
I'm here. I just met Joe.
5:15.
That's hard.
Bingo.
I'm gonna try CrossFit.
This success should be addicting, right? It should be habit forming. Like me walking in, getting someone already makes it way easier to want to go do more of it. Of course, there's going to be objections and people we don't get, but like it's a win-win, right?
As far as summer goes, I'm not.
He got one already, just like that. That was that easy.
This dude's a pickup artist. I bet you he cruises babes.
A pua. He's a pua.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Smoked ribeye. While eating, Matt Quentin, working here at Mission Barbecue.
So CrossFit, yeah, man.
CrossFit. What do you know about it?
Well, a buddy of mine, he's the he just made commander of Gurney Police
Oh,
Department.
nice. Yeah,
We
yeah.
played football together in high school.
Is he
Right? Coach Jason,
exclusively
I was
going
telling
after
you-
black people?
Well, I would like to see a little diversity. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, what's going on
about
here?
A decade ago.
Yeah.
Still haven't made it. So like my trainer, like he was sick yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever he's sick though, like I'm tempted to slip up. So how do I get rolling with you guys?
For your information, then I'll put it in your system so when you come on in, you don't have to do that ahead of time.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Dude, that's how you pick up chicks, dude. That you have to like slide your phone across them, specifically telling them an actionable. It's like, hey, don't just give me your number. You're giving me your number because you're gonna get this. This
Yeah.
dude is
Ooh.
a pickup artist genius.
Oh,
Dude, he's got to get
That's
that
right.
dude booty.
Dude booty.
oh shit. 5:30 a.m. That dude came.
The other
Is
guy
it-
didn't.
is it
The other
this
dude
late?
ditched him.
Day 2, 2 members.
Holy shit. Hey, that's a fast edit. That was a fast 2 minutes.
It's quick.
No wonder my wife complains. Wow.
Huh.
That is fast.
So
Hey,
Joe,
I made one with him. I put it up on Instagram this morning. He's just walking around on a street corner with a sign, hey, do CrossFit, giving out business cards.
do you think that those blue light blockers are good?
If I wear them, it'll take away a headache. That's all I know. So if I stare at the screen too long, my head will start to hurt, and then I'll put them on and it'll knock that out.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, there's so many fucking Hillerfit fucking Instagram accounts. What the fuck is
Somebody made an 8.0. I don't know who it is.
Did someone knock out your page?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
happened?
so I got
The dwarf did.
You can
Yeah.
get canceled because of that guy?
every time I look into it, all it says, it brings me to community guidelines, and then the community guidelines all state bullying, and I'm like, I wasn't bullying anybody, but I was reported a bunch, and it knocked me out.
I think I've been reported a bunch because anytime I DM somebody, it always like tells me like, this is a safe environment. Please be nice. I'm like, what did I do? Just like, what the hell kind of person do you think I am?
Hey, I told someone that they were killing it, and I got fucking a 2-day ban one time because they said I was promoting suicide. Fucking nuts. Okay, here we go. Let's watch it. So this is the guy, Joe Nels. I'm telling you, this is going to become the biggest series. This is going to be the biggest tool that affiliates have. I wonder if CrossFit's contacted this dude yet. This is massive. If you're an affiliate, this guy's going to set the fucking world on fire for you.
Meats, veggies, nuts, seeds, some fruit, a little starch, no sugar. Gotta make some signage.
I eat none of those things, and I got a way better body than him.
What?
We did get kicked out.
Hey, shut it, Hunter. He has a great fucking body.
I got a steak.
His dad didn't fucking abuse him as a child, so he doesn't have that fucking fight or.
Underneath the shirt, dude, is just slabs of sex meat.
He's not always in fight or flight like you.
Close. I mean, oh, that's fine. There's no go back now.
Dude's a hussy. The way he walks.
He is a hoe.
Jesse, I want your job to be handing out business cards. Give him the card.
Look at a boss and his girl around. That's what Justin needs to do to his girl. He tells her what she needs to do, and then fucking give him a card right there. And she likes that. Everyone wants direction. Everyone likes that.
Have you seen that video that's going around on the internet right now of the guy who's in Michigan and he's driving a truck and all the wood falls off the back?
No.
He just lights, like, this woman's like, why did you drop this wood? He's like, I don't let women tell me what to do. The funniest.
All right, great Kia. Get him. No charge.
Hey, dude, if he gets 30 members, that's 60,000 in a month. That's $60,000 he made. And do you know how many fucking affiliate owners should be inspired by this? By the way, you don't have to do this. This is just crazy what he's doing. All you have to do is do that fucking. He was going to store to get sweet potatoes. And
just down the road on
found
Highway
someone.
50. Just down the road, free week. Yeah? Mix things up.
Yeah, I can come shoulder to the two guys.
Hey, man, we'll get you better. Mobility. We'll get you.
All right,
Well, this is just called caring
It's my
about your
business.
job. It's called caring about growing a community. Like, I own a supplement company. I don't just like say, oh, I have supplements inside of a warehouse somewhere. Like, I have to go out and fucking get customers every single day. So I am proud of this guy, but anybody who's watching this and this is news to them,
$6,000.
Sorry, Sean. Sorry, it's $60,000 a year. I meant sorry. And hey, but Sean, to so I said $2,000. You get 30 members a month. If you get 30 new members this month, it would be $60,000 for the year, just for that 1 month of extra work. But a lot of affiliates would say to me, "What are you talking about? $2,000? It's $3,000 for the year." And David, I don't even know what you're talking about, but you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth, David.
Like, stop feeding David fucking alley-oop so he can dunk them.
Dude, Cave Dastro, that's a solid YouTube name.
Oh, shut it. Shut it. Shut it fucking. Thank you.
Dude, that is awesome.
Damn. Fuck off, David.
How do you feel about the Richter scale? When you're voting on how attractive somebody is, I decided to take out 7s and 8s because everybody will be like, yeah, no, she's about a 7 or 8.
Oh,
so I've taken out. So now
like
that person has to be a 6 or a 9, and you almost never hear anybody talk about the 5s and below. So I'm trying to give some love to the full spectrum here. So you and I, you guys, we all know what a 9 looks like. I mean, it's like, holy shit, what the hell is that person doing here? And then you know what a 6 looks like. But everything in between is this like safe ground. We're taking it out.
I'm going to keep that for the rest of my life.
100%, dude.
I really enjoy that.
I'm glad that resonated with you. That was over my head.
No, dude. Like, Alexis is like the top of the top for me. And everything else is going to be a 6 then.
Yeah.
Or you can just say it's a 9. So Alexis is a 10.
Why can't someone be a 7 or 8?
Because dude,
everyone says they're a 7 and an 8.
Everybody loves to say that. Yeah, you got to take that out.
Yeah, I'm cool with being an 8. Oh, yeah, it's not that offensive, you know.
I also had this other epiphany to understand whether or not, because I'm going over to England all the time, Europe for work, the metric system or the imperial system. And how do you know that the imperial system's better? I said, if you tell somebody how big your cock is, what do you use?
Inches.
Oh, what do they use
Exactly.
over there? What do they use?
You're not going to tell how somebody have got like a 40-centimeter cock. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's always in inches. So
Are you sure they don't do that?
wow.
They don't do that over there?
I've been having these things that have been blowing my mind recently.
Wow, I'm all about the metric system, but you're right. If you give your dick length in metric system, you're a douche nozzle.
See?
So I'm actually not familiar with the Richter
That
scale.
fucked me up. That one
Mind blown.
Wow.
So you said this is a Richter scale. I don't know the Richter scale.
The Richter scale on chicks, like the hot spectrum.
The
of chicks,
earthquake
you know?
scale, but
Yeah.
if you're from the God, you talk like
Oh.
you're 50. You talk like you're 50, Hunter. You're like from my generation. We had the Richter scale for girls.
But think about it,
girls,
man.
we used to only go to 4, by the way, and we used the Dewey Decimal System. We had like 3.2s or.
You can still be a 5 though, right? Or a 4 or a 3. Is
You
that
can
right?
be anything, but you have to understand, like a 1 is nothing, and 2 is something, 3 is something, 4 is something. But the distance between 4 and 5 is the same as between 1 and 4. It's infinitely more powerful every single time you go up a number. So like by the time you get to those 9s and 10s, it's these mythical creatures.
Yeah. 10s are mythical creatures.
10s
really
are mythical
like it.
creatures.
Hey, you know what's crazy though in CrossFit? There's a lot of 6s in CrossFits who present as 9s.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
Fuck,
listen,
dude.
you
That's
can take a shitty car to the car wash and put a wax job on it, but at the end of the day, after a couple laps, that wax is gonna fade. Like you got to understand, like if you put like a good old sheen of sweat over the body of somebody who's not that attractive, and you put them in extremely tight and exposing clothes, you could dupe somebody quick.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever been at a bar and then all of a sudden it's time for the bar to shut down, they turn the lights on fully, and you look at the person you've been talking to, and you're like, holy fuck, that's a pterodactyl. Like this is
that's happened to you?
Oh yeah.
And
Like,
then
whoa, what the fuck?
Wow.
Like, you ever the entrance of the movie Blade where it's like in like a techno club and it's all dark and strobe lights are going off?
Great movie.
Like
Great movie.
everybody is smoking hot in that moment. But if you turn those lights on, it's a tragedy. Those are all extras. Those are not stars.
Rebecca Vidison is a 9.
9+.
Who is that?
Dude, it would be hard to argue that. Rebecca, there's these 2 girls who are new to the scene, Rebecca and Abigail Domit. They're like,
dude,
I
love
they fell
Mad
out of
Marv.
heaven.
Is she hot or is she just naked? That is a perfect way to explain the CrossFit Games.
Oh, Matt Marv. Yeah, Mad
Have you ever
Marv.
seen anybody who just like isn't as good once they're naked? Like they lose attractiveness for whatever reason.
110%, dude. Lululemon
Just making-
has
okay.
completely
Just making sure.
manipulated the market. Completely.
Hey, I saw
It
this.
can go either way. It can go
Here's
up or down.
Here's another thing too about CrossFit. But sometimes people are hotter. There's this group of people who are hotter walking on their hands. Like when you see them upside down, they look hotter.
That's because their butt's at eye level.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Is this what they're doing? Just the way that their muscles stretch and flex while they're moving. Maybe.
These are interesting things, guys. It takes being an hour and 51 minutes into the show to be able to get to these really valuable topics.
We should make an entire CrossFit go through the leaderboard and 1 to 10 using this Richter scale thing, leaving out 7s and 8s.
Dude, we'll
just let Hunter answer the whole thing now.
Eddie F tried to get me to do this a couple years ago, and I just opted out. I was like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah,
like,
that was a good idea.
I would just get in so much trouble as is. I've been thinking about this entire show. I just signed with Puma, and I've got a couple other contracts that I'm doing. And I've really just at the point in my life where I just don't give a shit. I'm authentically myself, but I haven't signed a piece of paper like this in a while where there's like that indemnification clause where at any point in time where if all of a sudden you create some kind of risk for their business structure that they can just axe you.
Yeah.
This whole show has been on the edge of that indemnification.
Do that sound effect again.
Yeah. So I may no longer be a Puma athlete.
Puma? You mean those god awful sweatpants?
I just run with them for shoes. My clothes is represent. Represent makes.
What's wrong with your sweatpants? Your sweatpants are cool.
Sweatpants shorts?
It's because you're Armenian, dude.
Oh, right.
Is that how you say it? Armenian?
Yeah. Red Pumas with gold writing, Puma sweats with a gold chain.
Those things are awesome.
That's right.
The tracksuit swag.
What if I Google, hey, was that guy pissed when you put his balls in his mouth when you were bench pressing in that video on your vlog?
No, that's one of my best friends, Caleb.
Okay, so he's okay with that.
You should be able to, amongst your friends, be able to do things like that. I mean, like I grew up in a household with 3 older brothers, and I was a wrestler, and I went to military school. Like all of the actions that I'll probably do until the day that I die are rooted from those periods of my life.
Okay, so it's cool.
And we laughed. We laughed the whole time. That
Yeah,
trip
he
was
said
amazing.
do it again. He said do it again.
Yeah, dude. Listen, what people see on the internet, they don't understand. There's some deep, deep rooted, relationships here.
There is. Look, there's Puma Armenia. Wow.
Armenia?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, when I think Puma, this is what I think.
The smudge the Puma line?
Right here. This is it. This is
Damn.
Puma.
That's legit.
Oh, yeah.
That looks lit, though, dude. That
Yeah.
looks really lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see you wearing this. I think you would fit well as a Puma, dude.
Damn, you would look so good in that. My sons would look good in that. Holy shit, that's nice.
I'm backtracking on my comment. This is good. I like it again. I'm into it.
Swag outfits. God damn. I don't wear leggings, David. I wear long johns.
Oh, gosh damn it, guys. I got a meeting in 5 minutes.
All right. Just
me too.
Bring them into this.
I'm such an adult now. Sucks. So ridiculous.
Hey,
look at spreadsheets and numbers.
I'm going to I'm coming to LA. I'm going to Newport in December 10th. Let's hang out.
I will fly back from Yugoslavia straight to come see you.
When do you go back to Yugoslavia?
I'm supposed to be in Frankfurt or in London around that time, but I'm coming back for you.
Okay.
That's also the best time of year.
Tell me when and Sarah and I'll let Sarah know. Maybe she can scrounge up a room for you.
Ooh, Daddy wants to stay at the beach. Hiller,
Yeah.
are you coming too? Hiller, does that mean that your relationship with Sarah is over because you're no longer on the juice?
No, man. I'm gonna be doing peptides and crap.
I think you should do peptides. Anybody who doesn't know about peptides doesn't
Do you
understand
do
the way the body
peptides?
works.
You do peptides?
I can't technically, but I mean, I don't get drug tested for high rock, so I could do whatever the fuck I want. But I mean, peptides have become this thing. If you listen to like an interview with, I think it was probably like around 2017, 2016, you listen to Charles Poliquin discuss about how peptides are the future. They've known for well over a decade about the value of peptides and how you can enhance the body really, really at a drastically insane level.
Which ones do you like?
I don't know. It's like CX FAR PT. Like I don't know the category of them, but honestly,
all right.
if I was
I'm gonna
going
tell
to
you-
take them, I would know.
I'm gonna tell you this true. So I hurt my bicep and I started taking BPC and TB 500 in my bicep, and I did that for about a month. And I would say it got better, but like I don't know if it got better from the peptides or from resting or from Hiller came and rubbed a butter knife on my arm. So, but it did get better. But this is a true story. About a week ago, I started limping really, really fucking bad. 3 of my toes were fucking killing me. And I was a little bit in a panic. I was like, what the fuck's happened? It was like my 3 baby toes were broken. And I was reaching out to anyone to try to figure out what was going on. And I was limping so much that someone started getting some damage in my calf. So I got some more BPC and I shot in like 4 times the dose you're supposed to, right in between my toes. Yeah. And the next fucking day, my foot was 100% better.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be the healing. It's going to be the thing that kind of changes the world. And, pharmaceutical companies don't necessarily have control of it. So they're probably not going to let it grow at the rate that it should. But if I was going to cheat right now, I'd have to spend a shit ton of money, but I would be on some form of like EPO. And then I'd have to have somebody who's like constantly tracking my blood and also tracking I'd have to wear a heart rate monitor at nighttime to make sure that my heart, I don't know if you know this, but during the Tour de France, these guys would have to wear heart rate monitors because the amount of hemoglobin in their blood would slow down their heart rate so much to the point where it would almost stop. And then I'd be on like some low level of testosterone. And then there's probably peptides that would also enhance that as well. And I think you're probably
Sounds like Hiller's regiment.
Yeah, dude, I think there's probably a lot of CrossFitters that are doing things like this right now. Like High Rocks doesn't make enough money for anybody. Like I think it's $50,000 for first place this year. So it may start to bring in some dirtier people, but it's crazy. The low level shit that all these CrossFitters keep on getting caught with. They're just, 1, they're dumb. And 2, they got caught. You should not get caught cheating.
Caller, go ahead.
Sevan, first time. How we doing?
I'm great.
I just wanted to call you because I owe you guys a big thank you. My uncle surprised me with the onesies for my new baby.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. I reposted it. That's awesome.
Yeah, they were awesome. We just wanted to say thank you, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome. I really hope that popping sound in the phone is your phone and not my new Roadcaster. I'll be so fucking bummed. Look at this, Hunter. Before you go, look at this fucking onesie. Hey, you want to know the story? Did your wife tell you the story behind it?
A little bit. Yeah. I don't know if the full details, but she told me a little bit.
It was one of the. So she sent an email and she's like, "Can I have a onesie? Can you guys make me a onesie?" So we sent out the email to have the onesie made. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at it. That's your kid, by the way.
Yeah.
Congrats.
CEO onesie.
Thank you.
CEO onesie. So then your wife sends your wife follows up with, "Hey, can you sign it?" And I just went from like absolutely loving her to hating her like in like 3 seconds. I text Susan, I go, "Fuck, I hate her now." I went from being flattered to what the fuck.
She was doubling down on the flattery.
Oh my God. Sign it. My God. You know what Susan told her? He goes, "If they send those onesies to Sevan's house, you'll never see them again." And that was the fucking truth.
Guys, I gotta piss like a maniac. I'm out.
Okay, go pee, Hunter. Bye.
Bye, Hunter.
It's good seeing you guys. I love and miss you both.
Okay,
You
talk.
too, have fun in Yugoslavia.
Bye.
Peace.
Caller, should we should probably sell those, huh? The onesies?
Absolutely.
How is it? Nice material?
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Baby slept in it last night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome. So just I know she told you I was I work for myself, so pretty much listen to the podcast all day long or catch up on ones I missed.
Hey,
And
is the baby breastfeeding?
absolutely.
Oh, I love it. Good. Titties are good. Tons of breastfeeding. Endless feeding.
Tons.
Don't believe what anything anyone
she,
says. Let the baby come in your bed. Don't try any sleep shit. Just put your baby in the bed with the big old set of titties. And another thing is you should enjoy those as much as you can forever, as you can, because those won't be there forever. They're really a remarkable phenomenon. Boobs with milk. What a fucking crazy, lucky event.
For sure.
Seismic event.
Yeah, it was funny because she was on my ass because I didn't do a ton of research or anything leading up to the birth. And but I kept telling her like all the stuff I would hear on your podcast, and she would kind of just like roll her eyes, like whatever. And then because she was actually through the BIRTHFIT to get certified.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So she was doing all the reading and studying and this and that, and I was just sitting in my working every day listening to you. So that was my equivalent.
Hey, listen, I'm the greatest dad in the world. I'm the most knowledgeable parent that's ever fucking walked planet Earth, or at least currently alive. Just ask me and I'll tell you. So if she needs, let me know if you want me to send her a note or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, keep me posted. That's awesome. I'm so stoked.
I will.
Okay.
I will. All right. Thanks, Abby.
All right. Bye, brother.
Bye.
I got to read. So this new Roadcaster has a pop in it too. God. So I guess I'll just reset it every show. It's just the way the Roadcaster is.
I know zero about those things. I think it's incredible. You got to keep getting new ones.
It's the third one this fucking month. Roadcaster 2. Oh,
they're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, but I only paid for 2 of them. I sent one back and got refunded. Well, I'm supposed to get refunded.
Do they understand there's something wrong with them or what?
I don't know what they say. I don't actually do it through them. I do it through Amazon, so I don't have to fucking talk to them.
So how many baby onesies are you going to sell now?
Wow. Look at Graciano Rubio. BIRTHFIT is one of the best seminars I've attended. Wow.
Interesting. I didn't know he's given birth. I've heard it's possible now, though.
And to breastfeed. He got some big old titties, Graciano.
He's got the biggest traps, lower traps. You know, not these guys up here, which are also big, but the ones that are down here. I remember, I think I met him first at the Broken Science thing. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? I gave him a hug. And his traps are just, they're like shark fins. They're huge.
I've never heard of lower traps.
Just like, you know, there's here. Should I pull up an anatomy chart?
Yeah, I forgot to tag the guy who made this shit at Gee. Son of a bitch. At Gee.
All right, what if I here?
Gee. What's that guy's name? Did you see what I posted this morning on my Instagram?
I think I was looking at it as I came onto the show. Here, this thing right here. Like this part of his trap is just fucking huge.
Oh, and Olympic lifted. I heard Mike Bergner say that's when you know someone's strong, when they got strong of those.
Dude, they're huge. I don't know how many times I can say that, but they're big. It's incredible.
You saw that shit Pedro's doing?
Which one?
Where he's doing the fake news?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That shit's amazing, right?
I haven't seen his most recent one yet.
Well,
this thing.
I had to one up his ass with this. This
is good.
Yeah, I had to one up his ass with this, and letting Pedro take the lead. Here we go.
Oh, it's ringing.
Yeah, that's what you get for not shaking my hand. I just been fucking cold call your ass.
Hello, what about Laura?
Hi, Laura. This is Sevan. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Who is this?
This is Sevan. Remember me, the reporter from the CrossFit Games?
Yeah.
Hi.
Come on.
Why is she a black girl?
I wouldn't say she's black. She's just, not white.
All right. I'm live on my podcast, and I was just trying to put on my. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Okay,
it's great. It's good. The back and I like when it clips over to Caleb.
Me too. Me too.
Just like, he's just sitting there, like,
oh shit, it's ringing.
The clips to Caleb sitting over there are hilarious.
Okay, where's let me see Pedro. Fucking Pedro. Pedro's fucking taking the world by storm.
He got mad at me because I stole one of his one-liners though.
I think him and Spin have now passed the Lone Ranger show in terms of relevancy of YouTube stations in the space.
It's because the Lone Ranger show is unbearable.
It's kind of crazy. Here we
go.
Did
I send you the spreadsheet of the sponsor packet?
Yes, I saw it.
And it's funny. I look at it and I think it was another Peterism, Pedroism that was, this is how much it costs to have our viewers skip the first 15 minutes of every show.
Oh shit.
Like that.
Please don't bring it up.
Okay.
Please don't bring it up.
I'll do it on mine.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel bad for them that's out like that, to be honest with you.
Why?
Do
you have one of those?
No.
And if you did, would you want it being thrown around?
No.
Why not? Are you not worth that?
No, I'm worth that. I just
why do you care if everyone knows how much people pay? If you're worth it.
It's not so much how much people pay. Well, maybe it's because I don't think that they're worth that, what they ask.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, dude. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay. Well, then it worked. And I also just I guess it's how the real world works and how adults work, but I find something really insincere about it.
Insincere about what?
Like fake. Just like saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this for you for money." Like whorish, like I'm embarrassed.
I'm
embarrassed to do stuff. It's very what?
It's very pristine, so I understand. You know.
Jake Chapman, Sevi, can you get James Townsend back on, please? Hold on. Oh, what do you mean very pristine? What's that mean? Like
you look at it and it was very well put together, and I can see someone saying, "Hey, we're looking to sponsor the show," and then they just forward them that little pamphlet. So it's streamlined, but
yeah, I'd rather you talk to me or Souza, and maybe they do talk to the people first and have intimate relationships, but it just seems so. It's too transactional. I don't know if I want stuff like that in my life directly that close to me that's just transactional.
I also saw one for the morning chalk up.
Oh, goodness.
Which, if we're talking about things that wouldn't be worth it.
Sevi, can you get James Townsend? Yeah, for sure. Sevi, can you get James Townsend back on? First of all, why? Why should I have him back on? But second of all, it was funny you say that because I want to, I'm trying to think, we're getting ready to do the Crash Crucible. And I was thinking, I should have James Townsend on all those. I was actually thinking about I should start seeing if James Townsend would come on the CrossFit Games update show with me too. because he's been on the show, but not enough to where it's like it's good when he's on, but it's not perfectly smooth yet. And I need to have him on way more. And I like
needed the reps.
What?
He needs some reps.
Oh, I need reps with him too. But also, like, there's topics that I really want to hear his opinion. I want to hear his opinion on camps. I'm really curious what his opinion is on camps. And he would add so much to that conversation. But why do you want him on? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, Patrick Clark, if this is true, then how come Sevan has, I don't know, how many sponsors you got? 10? Where the fuck is your sheet?
Oh, yesterday I forget what did he say. The one sheet is what sponsors ask for when it comes to sales.
Yeah. Didn't you say yesterday you're making almost as much money as you made at CrossFit now?
Dude, it's the sponsorship's crazy.
Where the fuck is your sponsor sheet?
We don't have one.
There you go.
But we have relationships with all these people. And you know what? There was someone else I forgot to mention yesterday. Yesterday a sponsor paid us $2,000, and I forgot that this person was even our sponsor. I couldn't even tell you their name again.
That's crazy.
It's a wellness app. It's an app where you could get psychological help.
An app? Do I even know of it? What is it?
No, I don't think I've never once talked to you about it. I forgot they were sponsor.
They're like trying to poke you about, hey dude, we're still here. One mention.
Well, it's because we get so many fucking views on iTunes and Spotify, and I don't play with that shit at all. But that's like that thing in itself is generating all sorts of crazy revenue that I don't pay attention to. I just follow YouTube. Paper Street. Is that really Gabe right there?
Hey, if it isn't, it fits.
A sponsor sheet.
LOL.
But also, like, Patrick, you're kind of in a different world. Like, you're kind of like in, I don't know, like adult world. I'm not in adult
world. What world are you in? Oh, he's joined Hunter McIntyre in adult world.
I'm like honest world, true world. I'm like in like
true.
I'm in a different I'm in a totally different world. Okay, let's watch this.
It's like Instagram versus Twitter.
It's like this. The number one watch thing on the entire fucking planet is porn. Patrick Clark's world would never mention porn. This isn't to dig at you, Patrick. My world acknowledges porn regularly. So like I live in the true world. I'm not like in compartmentalized world. Anything can be talked about in my world.
Awesome.
You get what I'm saying?
Good analogy.
Yeah. So it's like I don't live in.
Hey, but dude, I bet porn have sponsor sheets. Like who's a porn chick? That Asian or the one of the big boobs. Yeah, that one, Andrew. Idiot. Mia. You know.
Oh yeah,
she gives everybody and goes, "Hey, this is how much it is to do me on camera."
Oh, hold on. Let's not drag Pedro through the mud here. Hold on.
Okay,
this is the newest one. Hiller hasn't seen this. Let's watch Hiller's reaction. This is a reaction video with reaction Viller with Andrew Hiller on Pedro Killer on Coffee Pillars and Willers.
Fake news. CrossFit Games have announced the 2024 location for the CrossFit Games. Fort Worth in Texas will host the Gallon hat wearing, belt buckle buckling, cow ass Brandon CrossFit Games on the 8th. No, hang on. Let me just read their post and it'll make things crystal clear. Mark your calendar and join us the schedule for August 8th. 11th, 2024, August 5th to 11th, 2024.
Is that true?
Okay, well, that cleared that up, I guess. Small team. There are petitions underway to refrain from calling barbells male and female and instead to refer to them by their weight. During the Open, there will no longer be prescribed male and female weights, just numbers on a page to pick from. Further to this, benchmarks will now be renamed. No longer the girls, they will be the people, and will be offering athletes a chance to complete Fran or Frank, Annie or Arnie, Grace or Gregory, Linda or Lance, just so as not to offend anyone. Morning Chalk Up and Kettlebells and Cocktails continue their rollicking partnership. It's all amazing and it's immune from criticism because they have a focus on charity. That means that you're not allowed to criticize it, because if you criticize, you hate charity. You don't hate charity, do you? Then you like this too. For
I
real
do hate
news, download
charity.
the Heat One app. It's the one place where you can get all the sources in one easy and accessible app. Plus, there's a fantasy game coming up for Rogue. Fake news.
Oh no, Pedro, you did wrong. You got to come after Heat 1 as well. You can't hate on. You can't not hate. You can't hit on every single person and then just say, "Oh, but here's the Heat 1 app." You got to also dig in a little bit. There's something to dig in on. I think didn't he leave off? He left something out the other day. He could have left that. That would have been easy. That was an easy one.
God, fucking Pedro. What's going on with his account? Is he killing it now?
His YouTube channel has been getting a lot more traction.
He has fucking 9,000 followers. He's gonna fucking pass me up on Instagram. Look at this shit.
Stuff like that is going to go a long way.
I agree. Hey, is he the only one doing that? And that he's the only one in the space doing stuff like that, right?
Yep.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's good. It's great. And good compliments from people, the other meme guys too. Wooly and Fluffy Duck, and it looks like everyone's enjoying them.
He's hitting his stride with that. It's really good.
The Barbell Spin, with so many updates and add-ons having been launched, Fitter app have decided to create a program to help coaches to get the most of their services they're paying for and to bring the best possible packages for their clients. Fast Track is a 14-day program. I don't even know what that is. Is this somehow related with Taylor? It's a picture of him.
Oh, totally. I know Peter does Taylor's programming, I believe. I believe.
No, this isn't Peter. This is Barbell Spin.
Yeah, but it's written by Peter.
How do you know that?
So right there in gray.
Oh,
by Peter W. I call him Pedro around here, and Alexis goes, "Who's Pedro?"
Yeah, who the fuck's Peter? I still don't understand this post at all. Why doesn't it say SMTP or anything like that on it?
Because I think it's for the app, and I also think that Pedro has his podcast sponsored by Fitter.
I fucking pulled this up to learn something about my boy Taylor.
What do you need to know about Taylor? I'll tell you.
I don't know. No one ever clouds me. Hey, did you watch this? J.R. Howell?
I was just about to pull that up on his channel. Can I do that?
Sure.
I only ask because you're already doing something.
What the fuck's he talking about? What's he talking about to JR about?
2.8 thousand views. He pulls more than Dallin. He pulls more than Bailey Martin. He pulls more than Adrian Bosman. J.R. Howell.
That's crazy.
Pulls. J.R. Howell in 5 days has pulled more views than, let's see, not Sevan. He has not pulled more than Sevan, not yet. But he's approaching Matt O'Keefe. He's done more than Boz, Matt Torres.
More than Torres? That's fucking crazy.
So I'm that far through it right now. It's good. That's probably why too. It's good.
There is something worth seeing here. Crash Crucible. I wanted to save this for the I kind of wanted to save this for the update show.
You can do that, or we can talk about it here and there.
Okay, fine. Let's look at here we go.
So this year, from a programming standpoint, I guess it's not 100% me. Something I wanted to do was to show people that you could take other people's workouts, pay homage to them, show some respect, but then also put twists on them and making them your own, taking them from different years, taking some from regionals, taking some from previous CrossFit games, and put them all together to make one weekend-long, well-rounded test.
Dude, I am so fucking excited. So they started releasing the workouts?
I don't know how many he's got up, but they're awesome.
2023, the retour is fueled by rain. Team 1 is 2021 Games Event 11 Rebag.
Oh.
Event 1 is for time, and teams will separate into same-sex pairs, with pair 1 completing 80 med ball GHD sit-ups, while pair 2 completes 40 alternating sandbag over the yoke. When both pairs are finished, they will switch. Immediately after, teams will complete 20 pegboard ascents.
Who shot this? Oh, that Rick Jones? God,
Rick
this is
Jones.
beautiful.
One
Fuck, this is
athlete working
beautiful.
while the other 3 perform a static worm hold. Once the pegboard ascents have been completed, teams will return with pair 2 completing 80 med ball GHD sit-ups and pair 1 completing 40 alternating sandbag over the yoke. When both pairs finish.
Is that his voice too? Is that Rick's voice?
Sounds like it. There's a workout, and I think he put up a clip just to show people, but I saw Colton practicing it because of this clip. It's a handstand walk movement that's never been done before. Scroll a little bit. We'll see if I can find it. Whose page is this? Is this JR's or is this Crash Crucible?
Crash.
Go to Crash Crucible's Instagram.
Oh,
good.
I recognize this is the girl that her and her husband train famous
Murillo. Yeah. Murillo. She's got a YouTube channel. They've got a YouTube channel. They did a response to my Tia Toomey natty or not. I don't think they liked it, but I like them.
I like them too. Sorry, where am I going? To JR's page?
Go to Crash Crucible's page.
Oh, that is it.
Oh, this is it? Then
yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know where the freaking thing is then. It's a handstand walk. And it's right there, middle, next to Taylor.
Oh, shit.
Look at this thing. Nice. Good call.
Was that a ramp or is that or
that's a ramp, and then there's these things. And I forgot what he's calling them. What are they called? But look at it. So they got to go up and over that, and like that's never been done before. But it's so simple. And he's
never been done before. That's never been done. That last part.
where you got to go up and over. So those things in the middle, you got to step over them.
Oh yeah, the logs.
Okay, so you can't just walk. Typically, you got to kind of step your hands over those.
Yeah, I love it.
And he wrote up there 4'9", because people are going to say whatever they're going to say about having short arms and taller people not having to step as far. But
and that chick 4'9",
so there's no excuse.
That chick 4'9".
That's almost a legal midget.
Wow, that is fucking short.
Crazy, right? I think I saw Colton practicing this too.
She doesn't look 4'9" to me.
Mogul.
Like I guess she's like 5'8".
I think he called them moguls. So those are moguls.
Like moguls.
Yeah, and you got to go up and over them.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, that's like for probably $5,000 or $10,000 worth of pads right there.
Yes. Well, in the past they've used them
like, that's bullshit. I wish it was bullshit. It's not. Go ahead.
Dude, on handstand walk courses in the past, the games, they have to walk around those things. So they did the handstand walk double under workout. I don't know what game, 2019 or something like that. But they had them standing upright. They had to go around. And I think JR said that's where he actually picked those up, all the handstand walk obstacle stuff. And rather than having them upright and weaving between them, they're going over them. I just think it's so cool. And now that I think about it, because it's the Retour, it's probably the workout that he's mimicking from the games that year.
Hey, look at Adrian Bosman commented.
What do you say?
Fire.
Oh, dude, that's cool. Imagine like 100 feet for time, and it's just straight up moguls. That'd be tough.
Oh.
Or like a 50 cal assault bike into 100 feet. That'd be tough.
If there are going to be moguls, to be fair, I'd like to see a longer straightaway so that it doesn't take away from people who are fast, like Danielle Brannon and Cole Grayshaber, to where they should still be allowed to showcase their strength.
Why can't they just
like hurdles on a track? There's still a place to run fast.
Okay, you're right. Good. I was about to come after you, but that was good. I like that.
Debbie, who are you talking to in the 2011 behind the scenes when you said Haley Gum? Haley Gum?
Yes, man. I need you to remember 12 years ago, one specific moment of time in the hundreds of thousands of hours of footage that you put out.
Send me a clip. Time clip me the clip. Tyler Watkins, how many people eat in Mid Mogul? Well, here's another thing. What if you do eat it, Mr. Watkins, from the Heat One app, and all the moguls move around? Like if you fall on the moguls and they all fucking just like disperse.
I think he took a nail gun to the floor, so they're all just stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't let people chew gum in his gym because he doesn't want it in the turf, but he took a nail gun to the turf.
Yeah, that's smart.
Have you ever seen gum in turf?
No, it sounds gross.
Oh, dude, it does not come out.
Dude,
have you ever seen a dog in a gym?
Oh, this is Anna Black. Say that again.
You ever seen a dog in a gym and it pisses on the turf because it thinks it's grass?
Oh my God, you've seen that?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of crap in gyms, dude.
What's Hannah Black?
Hey, when I was at Joe's place yesterday, and it's the first time I'd been in a class for a while, just hanging out and feeling it out.
Yeah.
It was cool. His gym is immaculate. Joe Nels.
I hope he fucking kills it with that video series, dude.
I do too.
I want to hear more. I wanted to actually hear more of the conversation with him and the dude in the meat section. I do like how short the video is, but I really what? Say it again.
I have a lot of footage, so I'm gonna make a video and it'll show longer form. Someone in my comments.
You were there when he talked that?
Yeah. No, not meat section, dude. I had someone else. He has some other people who he's converting.
Okay.
And by convert, I mean he's approached them, said, "Hey, CrossFit, hey, come on in." They come on in, not convert to CrossFit.
I didn't sleep one wink last night. I got some new peptides that I've never tried before. I told you about it, and I fasted yesterday, and I didn't eat all day yesterday. And then right before I went to bed, I shot them into my stomach, and I didn't sleep a wink. I will not do that again. I had no idea there were peptides that could keep you awake.
Did you look into that at all?
No, I haven't.
You haven't told me which are the other two you're using.
I stayed awake the whole night, dude.
Sleep's all in your head, man. Sleep is all in your head.
Just focusing on my breath. I mean, I had some crazy great trips, but fuck, dude.
Are you sure it was a peptide you shot?
And then around 4:15 in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked for tomorrow. Oh, look, Andrew, I told you what? Did that happen to you? Oh shit. Oh shit.
Well, hey, you're talking to the peptide queen over there. I don't know who's taking more, you or her.
Oh shit.
Dude, she's flying through her rehab, and I think that the peptides have a lot to do with it.
My son's flying through his fucking rehab too. I cannot believe how good he's moving.
Yeah, but she's not using peptides though.
No, he's 6.
Yeah, no, dude, he's 6.
He's a beast. Yeah, I took 4 yesterday before I went to bed. I'm doing this thing, Alexis. I don't know if Hiller told you, but I'm doing this thing where I'm only going to eat every other day for the next 20 days, and I'm going to take the peptides every other day on the days that I'm fasting, because I've heard that peptides work better on an empty stomach, and I heard that they work better when you're sleeping. Fuck that. So I didn't.
Hey, the CJC, that one you actually probably should take before bed. And I just don't know what the hell other things you're doing.
I'll send you the list of shit I'm taking. There's no fucking way I'm taking them before bed again. I didn't hate it, but I couldn't enjoy even being awake because I kept thinking about the podcast. Thank God it was you and Hunter this morning. I'm a wreck.
Are you being dramatic? Did you really not sleep at all? Or is it
none?
You just stayed awake?
I probably slept for maybe 1 hour in the beginning, but I was literally up. No, I slept for 1 hour max.
Why don't you get up and go do something else?
Because I enjoy lying down.
Okay.
I'm old. I enjoy just
lying
down.
Meditate instead. It's kind of like sleep.
That's what I did. I just focused on my breath and did energy body, and it was cool. Who's on tomorrow? Oh, Blair Morrison owns 5 affiliates. Holy shit.
Blair's on? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's the Blair and Ben NorCal Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, the video I made. Did you see it? The NorCal Classic one where I talked to...
I did. I watched the whole thing. 33 minutes. 33 minutes.
Did that one drag?
I'm
okay if it did.
The only person I would have made shorter would have been Sweeney.
Yeah. And I know, understandably, yeah.
Not a dig at him. It's that first interview with him is long. But I was in the gym working out, so I enjoyed the whole thing. I was glad you were there the whole 30 minutes with me.
I thought that whole conversation flowed all right, but I knew it would be too long. However, I thought there might also be people out there who are interested in it and wanted to hear the whole thing. And I wasn't going to make a whole video on it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, well, this is fucking stupid. Adam Blakesley, maybe you were dreaming you were awake. How would you know? That's a great point because my eyes aren't burning at all. Kenneth DeLapp, 1999. I know I got to go to the skate park. Anything you want to say to the people?
What I want to say is that video had 12 minutes of retention, which is pretty good.
Oh,
that's all. So they made it through Sean on average. That's why I put the chapters in. So I don't know if you noticed on that video, there's chapters. So if you really wanted to skip through Sweeney, I gave you the option to get to what was next.
Sorry, shit.
Sorry, shit, what? So guys, if it ever happens again, there's this thing on here. These little chapters. See? Intro, Grar Garcia, Sean Sweeney. And yeah, that's a big bar right there. But you're more than welcome to click on what's next. And then there's just all those little other sections. Trust me, I knew that one may have drug. Been drugged.
It was good. It was good.
Thanks, David. David Weed liked it.
Oh, wow. Wow. That means it's good to go. Thumbs up from David.
Right.
David's kind of the gold star. That's like the highest level if he likes something.
It's like in third grade when you do something really good, you get a gold star.
Yeah.
Or on Wodify, when you PR, you get a gold star.
All right. Okay. Bye. Thank you. I'll call you later. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, thank you so much. I've been in my off time thinking of how cool it is, what a great crew it is of people we have in the comments who follow the show. What a fucking awesome group of people you are. What an eclectic group, fun, honest. I feel like it's like this show has brought together a lot of people who just want to better their lives. And yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of there's something going on, and I appreciate it. I'm feeling romantic and emotional about it. All right.
It's the peptides.
Maybe.